Looks good on this end. All right, what is going on, everybody? Here with you on this bright and beautiful Sunday morning. At least it is here in Houston with Darkestnyte. Darkestnyte, how are you and how's your Sunday morning going?
Going great. Got a little coffee. Not as sunny as where you are. Got a bit of rain, but you know
I
what?
don't know.
Sorry.
I was going to say, I don't know if stunning is the word I would use, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, sunny.
Oh,
But
sunny.
yeah. But I like rainy weekends. They're perfect for gaming, and that's really what I've been doing all weekend. I've done nothing.
Yeah.
So
So give us a little preview of some of the games that you've been playing this weekend to get your mind off of Splinterlands. Although we have so much Splinterlands stuff to talk
we
about.
do. We
Now,
really
first things first for everybody here. Sorry, Darkest Night. I will get. I just want to let everybody know we have this tournament starting up in 21 minutes or about 20 minutes from now. So if you have not already entered in, come through. It's 1DEC. The password is Blight. I'm going to type it into the chat here, all lowercase, BLIGHT. That was incorrect because I had caps lock on. So there you go, Blight.
nice.
But yeah, feel free to come through. The top 5 winners will get a pack, and Darkest Night and I are going to have some fun with the whole esports side. But sorry, Darkest Night. Before we get into some Splinterlands heavy stuff, what have you been playing this weekend? What am I missing out on?
So of course I'm playing Mir 4, right? But that kind of plays itself. I don't really need to do anything there. But I picked up a new game, Dune Spice War. And
right.
I've been playing that like crazy. So I've won my first game a couple of days ago. Now I'm trying the different factions and just trying to just get strategies down. Once I got that down, I'll play multiplayer and just crush people.
Yeah. So what does that game remind you of most? Because I think I called it a RTS based on what I read online, but it's not really real-time strategy, or it's not similar to like StarCraft, right? It's got some differences.
It's similar, but a little slower, right? So you have technologies you build up, you have politics, and it's kind of a turn-based RTS, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. I do remember. Yeah.
Pause it. You can develop really complex strategies. So I like that kind of stuff. But if you play with other people, I don't know if you can pause it or anything like that. But it just requires you to think a lot.
Very cool.
It's similar to a game called Northgard. Actually, it's made by the same company. So very similar, just more updated, and it has a Dune theme to it.
I like the Dune theme. I really like the movie, and it feels like there's a rich lore there. And I love, once I started reading about it, I love the whole, I guess it's not really controversy, but Star Wars just ripped so much from them. So that was interesting to see or learn about. All right, let's say hello to some folks who are here and in the chat. We got Liberty Guy off the grid. Good morning, happy Sunday. Andrew Johnson's in the house. Tim's here. What's going on? Tim's already answered. JP's here as well. So we have let me see details here. We have 82 people in this tournament. That is awesome. Oh no, that jumped up to 85. Very nice. Cool. So yeah, there's there's so much that we need to talk about. This is like the pregame show, right? Because we still got like 20 minutes. So let's go back to some recent news here. Obviously, Grandmaster Rath is out, and I want us to get to him because he is eligible to play in today's competition, as this is a Chaos Legion only. But you mentioned something about Mir 4 and how Mir 4 plays itself.
Yeah.
So speaking of playing itself, I got to ask, how has the Archmage bot been treating you? Now, for those who don't know, I've had the Archmage bot delegated to me from Darkest Night, so I had some fun with it. Now he's having some fun with it, and I want to get his thoughts live on air.
It's actually pretty amazing. It's been, I find that I can relax and just kind of look at results instead of really doing a lot of that work. You got to remember, I've been playing thousands of games per season, and it just really takes a load off of the amount of work that I've been doing. I can play other games now, right? Instead of just, always doing Splinterlands. I have to say it's an excellent tool. I can see a lot of the excitement around that tool. It's just great. I have no complaints.
Very cool. Very
It's
cool.
actually
Yeah.
running right now, so I actually have it on one of my alt accounts.
Hmm.
I just decided last night you gave me back the the token, so I said, hey, I'm in cooldown on my main account. Why not just throw it into one of the alts I have? I have three alts or two alts rather, and I tossed it over there, threw some trash cards. And when I mean trash cards. And I've gone up about 400 ranking points since last night, since I started.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's I would say that trash cards for you are, what everybody else's lifeblood is, but I mean, I've seen your trash cards and they're all pretty great.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. But regardless, I mean, I agree with you. I think that there's a lot of utility to it. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of like this feeling that I need to make something back from this game. So it's automated, and that's kind of nice. And then you just kind of play it for fun. But it was great because yesterday I logged in and I'd already sent you the token back, but the token had, or the bot had gotten me like 10 diamond chests. And so I walk in, I'm just like, oh, I have to claim these. All right, let's go. I was like, I forgot. So I don't think I got anything good, but
That's
I'll do a full recap with that. And it's gotten me, I'd say maybe 15 to 18 champ chests so far.
that's excellent.
So yeah, because I think I started it when I was at about 15 champ chests, and I'm at 33 now.
So again, I know we throw the term bot around. It doesn't feel like botting, right? It feels like game automation, right? So again, I'm not talking about making bot farms and things like that,
Mhm.
but it does allow me to do other things while utilizing or really getting the most value out of the assets that I have. A lot of these assets for the last year have just been sitting in my account, never used. There are cards I've never used.
Mhm.
And one of the other things I like about it is when you look at the strategies, right? I think there's some basic strategies that it might have in this database. And so it'll use cards, but they may not be leveled up. And I might lose a game, or sort of maybe you've lost a game.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at it and I go, well, why did it lose that game? And then you'll see it used a level 1 card.
Mm.
And you're like, why did it do that? But then you realize if it had been a maxed out card or a leveled up card, the game outcome might have been something different. So then what did I do? I would go and buy those cards. And right now, since cards are so cheap, it was pretty easy just to kind of make some small updates to my collection that
Yeah.
really have significant impact. So surprising.
I would say it's interesting to see the strategy used there because it plays very differently than me in many instances,
Oh
right?
yeah.
And like I tend to lean heavily on the decks that I know well. But for example, like the first day that I had it running, it was a life quest, and I generally enjoy playing life. I know General Sloan doesn't get much love, but what I find about life and General Sloan is that like the ranged attack is usually the one least prepared for by other teams. And so if you can get in a good position,
Oh yeah.
um, my win rate with General Sloan seems very high, but that's only because I use General Sloan in very specific situations. When I have a life quest, it gets tougher because then I'm like trying to put it
Or-
into situations where it's not ideal. Um, but yeah, I mean overall, I mean, I was very impressed with it. So, I will be. I guess I could announce it here. So, I will be having someone from the team on the channel sometime this week. So, if you guys have questions that you want to learn more about on the Archmage side, I'm gonna do kind of one of the usual Q&As with them, just learning what they're all about and why they are contributing to the ecosystem in such a cool way.
Yeah. One of the things I find funny is you and I've talked about how I actually play, right? It's very
Mhm.
emotional,
Yep.
right? Like I'll see a cool card and I'll go, oh, I want to play Waka, right? And then every other strategy is around making a good team around playing that one specific card
Mhm.
or Arias. But the bot or the auto, the game automator, whatever you want to call it, right? It has none of that emotion, right? It does a
Mhm.
calculation and says, hey, I have a strategy in my database that fits this circumstance. I'm going to play. I
Yeah.
have no idea what that is, right? And even if I knew the strategy, I would still probably play the way that I want to play anyway, which causes my win rate to go down. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely emotional about certain cards as well. I mean, Blight has been such a game changer for me that I will try to throw him into any battle that I can. And it's like there's a bias there because he has won me so many games that I don't feel like I deserve to win. So a lot of times it's just like if I can stick him in, then I'll stick him in, right?
Yeah, so I think my big thing right now is just learning the strategies. Like I'll go back
Mhm.
and watch the games and try to understand why the Archmage won, as opposed to just just ignoring it, right? And I've
Yeah.
learned quite a bit from them.
hmm No, I think there's definitely gonna be some interesting developments with this because I think the appetite is clearly very high for it. I haven't even done like a full video on it, but you and I have talked so much that I think that there's a lot that we could cover. But I'm waiting to have, I don't even know the person's name, but the guy who does marketing for the team will hop on and we'll chat more about it.
One other thing, I mean, I think it's interesting, right? If you know someone's running the bot, like you don't have to have it yourself, right? You can just
Mhm.
go watch their games and see the strategies and
Yes.
really pick up, really pick up some of the knowledge around, the process between looking at a
Mhm.
rule set and then picking the better cards and better strategies.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's be honest, because like I was the one running the bot, and you were watching my battles, buying
Absolutely.
the cards that I
Absolutely.
didn't have maxed out versions for,
Yeah.
and be like, oh, that's an interesting strategy the bot used. This
Yes.
card might come in handy. And then when we were talking yesterday, it's just like, oh yeah, that's actually a great card.
Yes.
It's like, I
Oh,
wonder why I
there's
didn't have it
one
before.
card that I was completely shocked at, was Zenith Archer. It picks that
Okay,
card all the time, and I'm like, Zenith Archer.
maybe I mean 2 mana. I don't know.
Yes, it's a great card, and
Maybe for the life quest, it made a lot of sense because you pair it with General Sloan. I don't know.
it was all over the place. Like
Yeah,
it was a neutral card that it would just throw in, and it would lose, right, because I had never leveled it up. But the
yeah,
moment I leveled it up, and it was like, oh, okay, then it would put it in, and then it would just go to town.
yeah. I definitely am learning a lot from it. All right,
Yeah,
so we got about 10 minutes before this starts. Guys, if you have not already checked in, make sure you check in because it's not just enough to enter. You have to check in within the 15 minutes beforehand. Let's catch up on some of the chat here. We got Keon Lee. What's going on? Oh, Stock Jockey's in the house. Stock Jockey's asking, did you read the lore in Grandmaster Rath? All right, we're
cool.
going to get into Grandmaster Rath in a moment here. And yes, I did read the lore, and I am very excited to chat about it. All right. Oh, Justin's in the house, ready for the tournament. Good morning, Harris. You sold all your Grandmaster Wraths for $27. You hope it drops down to 17. I've had a bid in for about $22 to try and get one more BCX. It did not fill overnight, so I'm hoping that it drops too. Jobby's in the house. Will of D's in the house. Tim saying, don't forget to check in. Thank you for the reminder, Tim. So Kraken saying, Archmage gives you a chance to step away from the grind. You can just disable it and get back to playing, since honestly, it does at least as good as when I play the account myself.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
I was telling Darkestnyte yesterday that I had to tag myself back in because I saw the bot struggling at about 200 rating below champion, and I really wanted to get to champion yesterday, and so I tagged myself back in, and I am curious to know though, had I not, if the bot would have been able to make it there eventually.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have no doubt.
Checked in and ready to rumble. Very cool. Good morning and good luck to all. Gathering the magic is here, unless you're playing me. Fair enough. Target's here. I didn't bring any cards. I see the bot using effectively. Very cool. Sean Michael GT saying all checked in using Archmage on my alt. Really like it. Didn't the lore say someone should give me one? I wish. All right. Only bought 73 packs, but got one Wrath. Congratulations. Let's go. Alex Sally. I feel like you might be new here, so welcome to the stream. Unless my memory is messing me up. What's up, Sharon? How are you doing, my friend? I'm doing good. Thanks, Wizard Man. Monster in the house. Checked in. Let's go, Frank. All right. So we got about 7 minutes. Talk to me about Grandmaster Rath. And I know you're not in a rush to get him. And we've talked about him before because we know the stats already. But the price tag, and I'm just going to leave the page here for a moment. The price tag really surprised me. So maybe we can start there and then just kind of let me know how you're feeling on Grandmaster Rath as a whole and how you think he could affect the meta, especially with modern format right around the corner.
wonder what that price. So the price, I think,
It was like $24, and I don't know what's going on with
yeah,
my internet now,
24
but
bucks. I mean, it's hovering between the 20 and $30 range, really depending on what's going on, right? But the reality is, I mean, to your point, right? Modern's coming up. There are a lot of people that don't have some of the other life cards, right? Chanciest is expensive still. I mean, it's not going to go down because it's not in print. And this is an opportunity to really get a super competitive card, right? Based on everything we know about the meta.
mhm,
+1 armor gives is really is a lot of what Kelia has, right? That's what makes her so good, right? So we're doing the same thing here for life. Void armor, I mean, that just speaks for itself, right? You know, if you want to come at it with magic, you're going to be much less effective. And amplify is just fantastic, no matter how you slice it, right? So
mhm.
you're going to do additional damage going, you know, if you have any of the reflect or thorns or anything like that. So it's a super solid card. Um, I am a little surprised at the price that it's so low. But here's the thing, right? These are the prices that we had last year for cards that were in print. There was a time when Yodin was 25 bucks, actually less than that, right? So
Mhm.
it's not any different than what we've seen before, right? And I think that's right about the right price.
Yeah.
So the interesting part will be when so there's going to be an acceleration in cards now, right? This is going to have a lot of hype around this one. I think the next one is fire. If I think I heard something about it, it's fire.
Yeah, next one
Uh,
should be fire. I
and
forgot the order, but yeah.
yeah, but
Fire is
as,
definitely the next one.
yeah, as we get closer to the end, the card sale, the pack sales are going to accelerate. We've seen this every single time, and so when we get to really the last one, I think who knows, the last one might be Dragon again, which will be terrible. But
I think the
those
last one actually is going to be
yeah.
Dragon. So
See, there you go. So that's gonna sell out fast, right? Like typically, when you get to that last one, those packs go within a week, maybe even less.
I
So,
was so surprised to see us do 100,000 packs
oh yeah,
in a day. Now, somebody in the comments, and I apologize because I forgot who it was specifically, threw out a really good conspiracy theory
yeah,
because they said there's 100,000 packs that were sold. DEC didn't budge. So if the person or the people were buying with DEC, that would have been roughly $200 to $250,000 in volume that would have happened to buy that DEC.
sure.
So did the team buy it? Did people from the team buy it? Because mainly what I was looking at was what was in the liquidity pools and what was in the peak monsters rich list.
Sure.
And I was like, okay, well, none of those numbers changed from like being 8.9 million to 9 million. So whoever were the top holders and LP liquidity providers, they didn't spend their DEC, meaning that it might have been new money that had to come in. Do you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you see that move on the chain as well, right? You see all of a sudden someone's the amount that they had in their
E-
account
e-
go up.
Exactly, but we don't know who bought them. And we
Sure.
don't know with what currency they bought them, if it was with credits or with DEC. But it was just an interesting observation. And then I went and kind of double checked where they were coming from. And it was correct that like DEC DEC value didn't budge. And if somebody's going to come in, and not somebody, I'm saying if the community is going to come in and buy $250,000 worth of DEC, that should move the needle a little bit, shouldn't it?
Maybe, but
Maybe.
yeah, here's the thing, right? So when we hit like if they had been in on something like that, I don't think there would have been this long lag during the day of when the card was finally released from when we hit, right? I
Hmm.
mean, it felt like they had to get somebody up out of bed, like, hey, you just hit, we just opened up a bag, right? And
Fair enough.
like,
Fair enough.
let's go. Like they, I, if I had to guess, I think they were as surprised as everyone else, to be honest.
Hmm. Well, check this out. So on Hive Engine, for example, the 24-hour volume on this is 200 is 30 like 32,000. So again, it's just the fact that there was $250,000 worth of packs sold.
Mhm.
Again, it's a fun conspiracy theory because it's like who bought the packs, right? Like I bought 8 in that time frame. When I saw it going up, I was just like, all right, let me just take all the DEC that I'm holding liquid right now. So sure, maybe everybody who's holding liquid DEC, but it's interesting to see that the DEC whales, and again, this only counts what people have in game. That number didn't change, right? That number didn't decrease significantly. And what 100,000 packs should have been four. How much DEC should that have been? 100,000. 100,000 times 4,000.
4 million.
That should have been 400 million DEC that should have disappeared. And I didn't see it disappear from anywhere, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, so like I said, I bought a couple packs, and you bought a couple packs. I mean, I see other people in the chat saying they bought a couple packs. I'd like to be an optimist and say, hey, we all helped, and that's why I couldn't see any one specific wallet change.
Fair enough. Again, I'm just having fun, guys. There's no conspiracy theory here. Also, if it was a conspiracy theory that the team is buying packs, wouldn't you think that's better than burning packs? Because now we get this stuff.
All I know is we have Rath now, and we're super happy. I don't care how we got there.
I don't care how we're here, but we have him now, and hopefully everybody should be able to play with him to a certain degree. All right, we got 30 seconds left before this thing starts. Let me just catch up on the chat here, and guys, we're gonna do our best to keep up with the chat. Ashley, thanks for sharing the password. Rath works very well with the UCL deck. Dragon's in the house. Good morning. Did you guys ever figure out who bought the last 100K packs before the 9 million milestone? Was it a guild? I have no idea. I don't think it was a guild because it seemed to happen over the course of like several hours rather than like one large transaction. Yeah. And because I remember Darkestnyte. Yeah, you and I were watching it somewhat like, just texting back and forth. Yuki's in the house. Ben Holiday's in the house. Guys, if you've not checked in, I think it's too late. I'm sorry. I should have said that about 30 seconds ago. But good luck to everybody in the tournament today. Ashley bought 3. I bought 110. Congratulations. There you go. I think there's a bunch of smaller players cashing in their DEC. If people are buying airdrop points, I'm going to immediately be flipping those packs from our DEC. Rinse and repeat. I also bought 6 additional, 1 each for alternate account. Fair enough. All right. Thnyte, we are here, man. The tournament is live. Wishing everybody good luck. Early thoughts as we go through some of the battles here. Now, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hide the screen, but for any names that you recognize here, do you want to provide any kind of commentary on, or maybe predictions on some of the folks that you've seen coming through on the stream?
So let's kind of go through. We actually already have one win. So let's look at that. So is that Sly Brute? So let's check him out. Let's give him a kind of a highlight. Yeah. So
with the first win.
Yeah, looking for the first win here. So he's the first winner. So let's.
Oh, this is a qualifier match. So congratulations.
Yep. Congratulations, guys. So what do we know about Sly Brute? So basically, he's been playing since July of 2021. His rating currently is, you see right there. Yep. So 3,000. His highest rating 3,500. So he hasn't hit champion yet, but he's kind of on the cusp of being able to do that. Even if you look at his power right there at 472,000, so he's close, right? I think he's at that transition. It's from diamond to champion any week now. Yep. So highest rank 576. So this really appears to be a very experienced player. I'm interested to see what his first battle looked like. So let's go look at that.
Take a look here. Oh,
he's the first one, so it should be at the bottom. There we go.
Oh, where'd you go? There you go. I think there was only one qualifier match, so we can watch it here. Yeah. So this is best of 1. Oh, looks like we have a silver deck playing against a bronze deck.
Oh, look at this. Wow. Okay. So of course. Now, this is interesting, right? So Sly Brute has put in the Curse Windicu, and the only thing that he'll be able to do damage to, So there we go. That first
hit really killed him for him.
There we go.
It's just it's overpowered cards.
Yep.
And a good counter.
So you know what? Up in Smoke. I don't know what guild. I don't know anything about that guild. So let's go check them out. So they're in the top 100, right? So we got top. So their average guild rating is right around 50,000, 18 members, and they're a contribution guild, right? So they looks to be very focused on growing their guild. Looks pretty good. They were created back in 2021 of August, so
cool,
looking pretty good there. So congratulations, Sly Brute.
All right, so I'm gonna stay on this screen because what we're gonna try to do is not share the winners and losers, and so we'll be getting into more battles in a moment here. Let's see. Tim Hendricks got a bye. Pity me, I lost. Oh, so sorry, Frank. Next time. Better luck next time. There's always next season. Oh, the naked sponsor is back. This
Oh
this
no!
this tournament brought to you by Naked HD X. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Do not click on any links. I will do my best to make sure they do not stick around.
So you know what we used? So Cursed Windicue, you called it an basically an overpowered card. You know me, I love the lore around it. So I'm gonna read the lore for it because I'm just gonna while you look up the rest.
Mm-hmm.
So cursed Windicue are nightmarish creatures that live in the deepest, darkest woods. They hunt at night, stalking their prey before attacking with their claws. While their thorn-like horns and natural healing ability provide an excellent defense, they exude a pungent pheromone that reduces the reaction time of their victims. The slow. Got it.
The lore works very well there.
Yep, often allowing the Windicue to begin devouring them before they are dead. Really? We're going to do that? While these lifeless creatures may appear animalistic, they are highly intelligent. They have heeded the call put forth by the Lord of Darkness. Their thirst for blood is now focused on the Chaos Legion. So they're going after the Chaos Legion. Interesting.
Very cool. All right, so they're part of the defenders. All right, well, I have a battle queued up here, and so I already know who wins it, but this is one account that I'm familiar with. Actually, no, I know both the IMD Rob and Flaviano Ramos. So early thoughts on this. How are you seeing this one?
Okay, so what is the rule set? Do you know?
Shoot. Wait, let's hit Rumble, and then the rule set should pop up here. Okay, so you got no legendaries and weak magic. Interesting. Okay.
Okay. If I had to guess, I'm gonna go with Flaviano Ramos. That's my initial take. I think that the sneak attack is gonna hit, but not really do a whole lot of damage. Right. The problem here is gonna be Kelly's armor.
Yeah, that's gonna slow down, and there's just a lot more firepower. It seems as though with the water team. Plus, you have Scable Hireling here, who's going to be repairing that armor in the front and back. So let's go ahead and play through this one.
Yeah.
All right, no misses. Ooh, that retaliate coming in very clutch. The retaliates could change things.
Yeah, I still think.
Oh, big miss.
Ooh. Still think.
I don't know if that miss would have changed things, but yeah, that was rough. There, just not enough firepower for IMD Rob. So congratulations, Flaviano Ramos. You make it to the next round.
So
that was still part of the qualifier
round, right? The card that we always joke, the one at the end. Which one is that? I can't remember the name now.
Oh, Kulu Swim Hunter?
Yes. It gets no love, and it literally took that battle.
It did some real damage. So
that was a good.
All right. Yep. Let's see. Okay. Oh, we are actually. Okay, we started the second round already, but we're gonna go through and watch one more from the qualifier rounds because these are all best of ones. So I'm gonna see if I can find somebody that I know. Just looking for names here because I know there's a bunch. We can't feature every battle, guys. I wish we could.
So, the two that I mentioned earlier is I want to see one from Icy Flow and one from Artenek. If we got it.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry, I didn't pick either of them. So we'll go through and see if we can find them. They might not have played in the qualifier round though.
There we go. You're right.
All right. So here we go. Let me go ahead. This is B Jangles versus Swami B. Know both of you guys. And so this is Fog of War rule set, 20 mana, only death and dragon. So how are you seeing this one?
I think that Thorns is going to rip up Swami B.
All right. Thorns is going to definitely hurt. I like for Swami B though the fact that their summoners actually getting some benefit here.
Yep.
But the problem is in silver, you don't have that shield, which would come in very, very clutch right now. So let's see how this goes. I don't. It's interesting seeing Silent Shavi as a
Tank.
tank card.
But it's
So
fast, right? So it's fast and it's decent damage.
true, but oh, and the amplify.
Yes.
Oh, you were absolutely right. All right. Well, how quickly can he run through this?
Yeah.
I think you're absolutely right. Yep. Well, GG's to Swami B. B Jangles takes the win and moves on to the first round. And so let me go ahead and check the rest of the
Nice.
qualifier round and see if there's anybody else that we want to just take a quick peek at. Because the next rounds will all be best of 3. Yeah, best of 3. So let me see if I can find any of the names here. So we're looking for Icy Flow and Ardenek, who is a guild member. Let's see if Senpens is already a guild member. Is also a guild member. All right, no, it doesn't. It looks like they got to buy first round.
Okay. Yep.
So let's go over to the second round now. Ooh, sponsors are back. Let me go ahead and take care of the sponsors real quick, guys.
Yeah, Kulu Swim Hunter. So maybe that's another one for the bot that I gotta go pick up now.
There you go. All right, so let's catch up on some of the chat while we're in between rounds here. It's a good game. All right, so Dragons showing some great sportsmanship here. Darkestnyte showing off his voice for the voiceover gift. For the voiceover, we're gonna see if we can make this happen. Yeah. Justin saying that their opponent surrendered. Interesting. Okay.
Maybe they didn't pick their team in time. So
yeah, that could have been it.
Not in there. It's still got 2 minutes and that's it.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh, you know who's right here at the top? We have Ardenek versus McCoy 14. McCoy 14, for historical record, is one of the previous top 6 placers in one of our tournaments, Darkestnyte, and for the delegation tournament. So this should be a good matchup between Ardenek and McCoy 14. Now they're both playing water. The rule set here.
I can't call this one at all.
Okay, so the rule set is unprotected. So Kelia, part of Kelia's for both of them doesn't matter. Part of Kelia's summoner buff, and this is a blast ability. Now I see a lot of similarities across the board. It seems as though most cards are maxed out for silver, or at least a good majority of them. I see an Igor Darkspear here. But how are you feeling? How are you feeling about this one? You said you can't really pick.
So, I mean, the big difference here, right, is, I mean, these teams are, I think, very evenly matched. So you look at this, right? The big difference is the magic that McCoy has, right next to, I forgot the what is that? Mage.
Deep Lurker?
No, Chaos. Oh. The Mage of Magic, I think it is. No, left.
Nope. Oh, Magi of Chaos. Yeah.
Oh, Magi of Chaos, right? So here's the thing. That's one of the big differences here, right? And I think it's going to have an impact until it gets to Bakjira, right? Who is resistant to magic. Also, Bakjira is slowing McCoy's team, right? So I think that those two things are going to have a significant effect. So I'm going to give this one to Ardenek.
All right, well, let's see how it plays out. I do agree that Bakjira is a big shield here. And since these guys cancel each other out, that slow in a blast rule set, having one extra speed might be the difference.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, but that trample, I'm not trample, but enrage goes first. Interesting. Okay. Oh,
look at that. Exactly right. Yep. The speed kills, right? And I think Ardenek took really good advantage of it.
Absolutely. Well, they're both down their tank now, so we'll see how quickly. Okay.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Bam. All right. Well, congratulations to Ardenek. Looks like she's going to come away with this one. So again, this is best of 3. So let's go ahead and see if their second match.
Yeah. I have to give Ardenek her props, though. She is a ruthless player. And if you ever watch her games when she's playing in tournaments and just in general, brawling, right, for ranked battle, she is absolutely ruthless.
Definitely kills it in the brawls. All right, well, Ardenek and McCoy have their second game ready to go here. Now, the rule set for this one is poison, 14 mana, and there's 4 out of the 6 available, 4 out of the 6 splendors available. How are you seeing this one?
I'm going to say that the Fallen one, that's Fallen one, I think it takes it. The challenge here is the Void Dragon, right? Void Dragon has quite
Mhm.
a bit of health. It's going to blast through the Fiend. I think they'll whittle down its the armor of the Fallen One. Everyone else is going to die, and I think it'll be between those two. And I believe because the Void Dragon is not leveled up, it won't be able to do enough damage in time for the poison.
Well, it is maxed for gold, but
But
I,
is it?
I agree. I don't think there's enough damage that can be done because
Yeah,
it only has 4 turns if you think about it, and
yep,
it's going to waste one of those turns taking out the fiend,
yep,
and then yeah, I mean these guys are going to have to cut through the armor, and I don't think they're going to make it through that armor.
yep. Let's do it.
So let's go ahead and see here.
Ooh, and the +1 from
Oh, I mean that.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's. I mean, even if Forgotten One misses every turn, which it did not, I
yeah,
I, I just didn't see enough damage being done with
yeah.
the 10 health there. So congratulations to Ardnick. She
Ruthless.
wins both games. A good game to Will of D, and Ardnick, congratulations on making it to the next round. All right, we are still very much in round two. Oh yeah, all right. I guess this is technically called round two. So let me go see if there's another battle here that we can feature. Oh, so I do want to say, and I put this in the description as well, but there's a link to my Discord channel or Discord server, which I never use, but there's a link there and there's a channel within there for the tournaments if people want to go chat there. I don't think I mean the chat should be here in the comments, but if we would love to have some of the top players here come through and actually join us on stream if you are willing to. So if you want to connect with us, use that Discord link to find me. All right, let's go ahead and pull up another battle here.
Okay.
Now this is going to be. Oh,
Interesting.
shoot! Did I share it already?
I wasn't looking, so.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me. We're still working through this. I cannot wait until the streamer thing comes through. The streamer mode. Okay.
You notice one thing in the last game while you're pulling that up. The Forgotten One was pretty impressive in both of those battles.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
here we go. Okay, let's see this.
All right. So rule sets are Rise of the Commons, and it looks like 46 mana, so quite a bit. Fire, water, and death. And it looks like they both went with Kelia. So how are you seeing this one?
I'm gonna say, wow, this is a tight one, right? So I think the challenge here is the disintegrator, right? So it's reducing the amount of damage that's being done on
Mm-hmm.
all of the melee creatures, right?
Yeah.
Both sides have the triage. Both sides have speed, but evolution has, I think an equalizer here, which is repair. Now, I don't think it's going to last long, right? Because the deep lurker is going to take it out pretty quickly. So then all of the I think the demoralizes from the disintegrator is going to overwhelm everything else. So I'm going to give this one to.
This is Harris in the
Oh,
in the bottom right.
Yeah, I get this one there.
So Harris and Evolution. Okay, so best of luck to both. Yeah, they both had interesting defensive strategies, right? One with the repair, one with the demoralize. And so, yeah, I think once that repair is gone, which, well, actually,
I got the repair off though, right?
yeah, you did get the repair off. So that could make the difference.
That will make the difference.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So now we've lost.
Now we're where.
Oh, very clutch misses that are happening here for Evolution. That's speed on the Enrage.
The demoralize is now having an impact, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and now we have another tank there.
True. Ooh, the loss of the flying squid will definitely hurt.
That. Yeah. Ooh, it's gonna be rough.
Well, I think you got only one team with a tank at this point. So it looks like Harris is going to take round one of this fight. So congratulations to Harris.
Yeah, that was a good play with the disintegrator. So again, he had a secondary tank ready to go when his other tanks, kind of bit it. And I think I would have to guess that he actually anticipated the loss and was ready with another tank, which paid off.
All right. Well, it looks as though Evolution fled from the second battle. So, Harris, congratulations. You make it by default into the next round. Let's go ahead and see if we can find some other battles here because we are still very much in round two. But yeah, do you, how are you feeling about everything so far, Darkestnyte?
Excellent. I'm enjoying this.
It's going to, I think it's going a little faster than you and I expected. I was hoping there'd be more. All right, so let me see if I can find some other battles here.
We can do this in Splinterlands TV and actually make the hour cutoff.
Oh, okay. So this is going to be a good one. So this group, we're going to go through all the battles for them. This group is currently on their fourth battle right now. So let's see. I believe this is. Oh, we got some giants in here. So we have Yuki and Andrew Johnson, I believe, are the two account names. So again, they're on their fourth battle, meaning that one of the battles should have tied. I don't know if it's this battle or not, but how are you looking at this one so far?
Man, this one's going to be tough because
no healing, keep your distance.
Yeah, so the interesting part is there's no healing, right? So Bakjira, but they both have Dr. Blight. I think if I have to look at this, I'm going to give this one, wow, this is tough. I think that Anubis, that's Yuki, you said? No.
No, Anubis is Andrew Johnson, and then Yuki's on the bottom.
I'm going to give it to Anubis, only because there's more firepower on his side. And the healing that Bakjira would normally do, I think, is, again, it's not there, right? So that's the big thing for that card. However, Gem Meteor, if it gets a lucky hit, then it could definitely change everything. I'm going to give this one to Anubis for sure.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and see. I actually don't know. I don't know who wins this one because I didn't see it beforehand. But I do like the two main meat shields here.
Yeah.
But I would say that Yuki actually has a little bit more firepower just because you see Igor Darkspear getting a little nerfed there, and there's just more people that can attack. But I wonder if the double meat shield will come in and be a major factor in that.
Yeah.
Gem Meteor's hitting on the back line. I don't know
which is surprising, right?
Yeah. Okay, so here's where the big issue is going to come in now because you're only going to have these two attackers that can hit Bakjira.
Yeah.
Oh, but stuck the poison on the first round.
Yes, so that's going to matter.
Gem Meteor with a not very clutch miss, but
yeah, and look at Chaos Agent, right? So it's already made a few
misses. Yeah. I
So
think this comes down to Anubis as well. That the ringer right here with Nerissa Tridon.
That's a big firepower.
Now you've taken Supply Runner off the board.
Yeah,
and now you've taken Gem Meteor off the board. So congratulations to Anubis getting the first win here. We'll see how the next one goes. All right, let me go ahead and skip this one.
Yeah.
This is so much more for all the people that we know rather than watching random battles. We are technically already on round 3, but I'm going to go through and finish out the Anubis versus Yuki battles.
Yeah, that was an excellent battle, right? You saw two really good, experienced players come with similar strategies, right?
Yes.
But with minor tweaks, and those tweaks really mattered at the end.
So Anubis is up 1-0, only needing one more win. Yuki's going to have to come from behind and win 2 to advance into the next round. Now, this is a slow and healed out rule set. It's 20 mana and 4 out of the 6 splinters available. How are you seeing this one?
Wow. I'm going to give this one to Yuki. Yeah, I'm going to give this one. The problem is there's no heal, right? So you have two. You have the Spirit Hoarder, and you have.
Mycelia doesn't have triage at level 2, though.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, again, but two things are primarily heal related. However, you're going to get the protect from Mycelia, right? So who's going to be blocked by that? Actually, everybody is except for Dr. Blight, right? So. Wow. Hold on, let me think about this. And again, you have the scatter shot that can just if it hits any of the guys in the back except for Blight, that's a lost character, right? So and there's no armor to block it. I'm gonna give this one to Anubis as well.
Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and see how it goes.
Here we
Ooh,
go. Yeah, that
that reverse speed is really coming in handy there.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Scatter shot.
Yep, it's the first
You called it on that. Now, the thing is, with Thaddeus Brood, there is actually quite a bit of...
Yeah, there we go. See?
Well,
it's gonna be close. This is gonna be really close.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't...
Yeah, there we go. Bam. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, big miss there. Oh, wow. Yuki pulls it off right at the end to tie things up 1-1. That miss was not... That was a rough.
I absolutely could not have anticipated that. That miss, that one miss really changed everything. So.
Yep. All right. So let's go back. So they are tied now 1-1.
Oh, here it is. Who's going to progress?
Now, okay. So their third match is a draw. Do you want to watch the draw?
Absolutely. So what happens in a draw? Do they both move up?
No. So then they have to play a fourth one. So I kind of gave it away. That was my bad because I said they were on their fourth game already. So
I wasn't. I'm not supposed to know that, right? So
well, I know, but for anybody who is following along, if I hadn't said that, then you knew that Anubis wasn't going to win the second round, the second game. All right, so the reason I want to feature this is because we have a Grandmaster Rath showdown here.
Oh, look at that!
So this is going to be a lot of fun. All right, rule set is protect or armored up, and 52 mana, so there's quite a bit of firepower in here, and they're both playing life. So how are you seeing this one?
I think it comes out in a draw.
It comes down to... How did you know? My bad. I should have said that early on. We're working on it, guys. We're working on it.
This is incredible, actually.
All right, so they both have to protect. I wonder. I'm curious just to see how this comes down to a draw, though.
Yeah. I mean, they must have been looking over each other's shoulder.
Very simple. Well, actually, no.
What's interesting is the Magi of Chaos, right? Doesn't it also give amplify? Does it?
It does not. No.
It does not. Okay, so that's just the normal effect.
Yeah, I don't know that there's any monsters here that would take advantage of that amplify anyway.
Yeah, so I think that's the big thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're gonna use Rath, you really have to use everything, right? So what could they have done to make this not a draw? I think someone could have put something with thorns, something with magic reflect. I think magic reflect would have been the big one here.
I feel like this is just going to come down to like a poison or something.
Maybe.
I'm just curious again. How do they both? Because it looks very much like Anubis is going to take this one. Oh, okay. Well, this is they're like identical.
Interesting.
Okay, so there's your poison. Oh.
And then that's going to get poisoned probably. Nope.
Oh, wow. Check that out.
Oh, wow.
That was very timely poison. Okay. So let's go on to the final match for this, and then we'll take a short, not actual break, but we'll move on to round 3 afterwards. So to finish out round 2, because this looks like it was the battle. This looks like it was the match of the round.
Right.
So let's go ahead and share this with you now. So, all right, winner takes all here and moves on to round 3. So Anubis on the top, Yuki on the bottom. Now this is a equal opportunity and melee mayhem rule set, 32 mana, fire, earth, and dragon. What are you seeing from here?
So we can... Whew, wow, Anubis is going to take advantage of the melee from anywhere, right? I'll be honest with you, given the low health of Yuki's team, I think that I think Grom is going to go off That's what I
Yeah.
think. Like off because they're all low, low mana, low speed and low health, right?
Yep.
I think he's just going to go off. So let's see.
Well, okay, so the force field should play a role in here, but Mycelia does have protect as well.
Yeah.
I agree, though. They're not really the speed. Actually, the speed is kind of split both ways, but I feel like Tusk the Wide and Grum are both built for anti-magic, so we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, and we have the run. Oh, they killed him, so never mind.
Yep, that was fast. All right, well, we've already started to see some misses here.
Poison.
Ooh, very timely poison. Actually, that wouldn't have mattered anyway. Oh, the force field coming in, being a very important part.
Not able to stick that affliction. That's
nope.
It
Well,
doesn't matter now at this point.
but things are looking up for Yuki right now. I gotta say,
Yeah, they really are. Yeah,
we haven't seen Grum get a finish on anybody. See, like right there, that would have been a big moment. All right, well, I feel like at this point, Yuki might have the firepower. Oh, very clutch poison stuck.
Oh, that missed. That was that.
Well, he still wouldn't have killed him though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. It looks like Yuki is gonna come from behind and take this on Anubis with 2 straight wins. Congratulations to Yuki for making it to the next round.
I totally didn't call that one.
that was a difficult one to call.
Yeah.
All right, so let's.
You know what was the taunt? The taunt really did it.
The taunt and the force field.
Yeah.
So here, let's catch up on some of the chat, and then we'll jump into the third round here in a moment. So Icy Flow saying Yuki's very good. Icy Flow was 1 minute late to check in. So
come on, man.
Icy Flow. Darkestnyte was very much looking forward to your performance this tournament.
I really was.
All right, I'm loving seeing the sportsmanship here, guys. There's a lot of GGs that I'm seeing in the chat, so appreciate that. Oh, Darkestnyte, feel free to take back the Lamacron if you need it.
Well, it's not end of season yet.
Oh, there you go. You got it till the end of season. All right. So without the rewards cards, it's hard to compete. I agree. And I'm hopeful that with Modern and Wild coming out this Thursday, that will all switch, and any future tournaments we do will include the rewards cards as well. So let's take a look here at how the leaderboards are kind of playing out so far. We have 4 undefeated teams.
Wow.
B-Jangles, Mondroid, Harris, and Mac Filet, 2 of which for B-Jangles and Harris, we've watched games for them.
Wait a minute. So the Krill Crew, is that Luke's gang?
I think so. Is that Luke's?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay. So the Krill Crew is showing some showing some representation here at the top.
So let's look up
Phoenix Risen.
Let's check that. Let's see. We're gonna go.
Oh, Ashley's Mac Filet you? Oh, very cool. So Ashley, NFT Gaming, guys, if you don't know Ashley, she's another awesome content creator. So make sure you go and show her some support. She is killing it in this tournament, currently undefeated. So make sure you go and check that out. All right.
Yeah, that is Luke's group.
All right. So shall we hop into the third round? Are you ready? Any thoughts so far as I pull up the next battle?
This has been fantastic. And I like the fact that it's going pretty quick.
All right, so actually, we were in round 3. Wow, we totally missed round 3. That's how slow we were going, but it's okay. We're going to be on a little bit of a delay here, guys. So try not to get too many spoilers.
You know,
round 4 just started, but there's a game I think is worth checking out here.
Let's do it. So what I would love to do is maybe get one of the winners into the stream with us. So
yes,
we can talk with them.
Absolutely. So if you
go, let's go.
So we have Ardenek versus Harris in this matchup in the third round. So let's go ahead and see let's go ahead and see what. All right. So Unprotected and Melee Mayhem. Very interesting. How are you seeing this one?
Sorry, Ardenek. I don't think this is going to work out well.
Is the shield there, you think?
Well, not just that. It's the 2 double strikes.
Yes.
Yeah. And I mean, so Ardenek's going to be protected by shield, right? But I think they're just going to wear through it. And both teams have it demoralized, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Archmage does have one advantage, which is the deep lurker, right? But we'll have to see. But it's also going to be slowed. I think, yeah, we'll see. Let's.
One thing that'll be interesting to see is if these slower monsters can hit him once he's enraged.
Yes. Ooh.
That's the kind of wild card. If they can hit him while he's enraged, then I think Archmage's going to be in trouble.
Almost.
Okay, so there's the enrage. Oh, okay, there's a miss. Oh, wow. Okay, I was expecting more misses than that. Oh, especially I was expecting a miss there. All right. Well,
that shield is really doing work. And now it's poison ESO. Yeah.
The shield was really the best way to go out. Oh, now you're gonna get the trample. Oh no, he doesn't have trample. Wait, he doesn't have trample at that level. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So my infantry really carried there.
Yeah, big time.
Okay, that was a clutch miss. Oh, but it looks like Grund is gonna take this one home. Oh, there you go. There's the trample. All right, so well done to Harris on the first round. Let's go ahead and jump into the second battle. Let me go ahead and just take care of our sponsors.
Good job, Archmage.
So, all right, so we'll go ahead and watch round 2 for them. Let me go ahead and hide this for you all.
All right.
Okay, so we have Archmage on the bottom playing fire, Harris on the top playing death. The rule set for this game is snipe as well as close range, 32 mana.
Oof. All right. So we see Jin. What's that Jin?
Moirat.
Moirat. I think it's going to really, but it's magic. Combined with the thorns, though. But we have snipe.
So they won't be touching. They won't be touching Grum. Grum's gonna eat through this guy eventually.
I'm gonna give this one to Archmage.
You're gonna give it to Archmage? Okay. Let's go ahead and see how this plays out.
Yep. Bam.
Okay. There's the thorns doing some damage. Ooh, Soul Strangler.
That was a hard hit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Harris losing a lot of weapons. All right, now, actually, Grum needed that. Grum needed that in order to get Bloodlust. I think the tides are changing. Wow, well played, Harris.
Wow.
So Harris takes it. Harris takes it 2-0 to move on to the 4th round. Congratulations.
And I give too much credit to Grum.
Well, the thing is, if Grum doesn't hit, I thought Grum would have killed him sooner. I don't know if there was a miss in there or not, but yeah.
Go back and look at that. We'll go back to the highlight reels.
Go back to the highlight reels. Oh, we'll work on those. All right, so let's go ahead. Should we watch another one from the last round, or should we just wait to see what happens here?
Let's go to the last round.
Okay. Let me see if we can find another good matchup here. Now we're starting to get some repeats, which is great.
Yeah.
But I think this one is going to be worth showing. So,
Icy Flow says Yuki will destroy you all.
All right, well, perfect timing because we are going to watch Yuki and Mondroid.
It's going to be a big one. Wow.
Yeah. So we have let's see, Dragon versus Kelia. Snipe rule set, 24 mana. What do you see from this one?
Oh, Yuki takes this one. I think
Yuki takes this one. All right. Let's go ahead and hop in. Now, Quix is taking at least Igor Darkspear down a little bit. The snipe rule set, though. Okay. So there you go, Yuki with kills on that team. Oh, that trample. Oh, this is not a good duo to be up against, though. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, Demon Shark showing you exactly why he is one of the best cards in this new set. So Mondroid takes the first one against the mighty Yuki. So let's go ahead and move on to the next game from that round.
Got this next one.
Huh?
I'm going to keep my mouth closed in this.
I mean, but hey, that's
Yeah,
what the
that was
RNG that's what the
yeah,
RNG allows for. So
yeah.
all right. So now
Ooh,
we have Obsidian versus Obsidian in this match. The rule set for this one is Enrage as well as Earthquake. So it looks like they're both playing Regal Periton. How are you seeing this one play out?
wow. I'm gonna go with Mondroid.
Interesting. The Protect, I think, is going to be a big thing to keeping these guys alive.
Yep. And the dodge from well, it depends. It might not matter right now. Yeah.
No, well, no, it didn't end up mattering. But see, there was a Protect keeping them alive for Earthquake. Interesting.
Yep.
Oh, but they lose their flying there. Interesting. Oh, man. Wow. So Mondroid takes it 2-0.
Yeah.
GG's to the mighty Yuki. Now, who is Mondroid in the comments? If you could let us know. I can't quite place that one. All right. So taking a look back at where we are at here. We still have two undefeated players.
Wow.
Mondroid as well as MacFilet are both 7-0 so far in this tournament. So congratulations to both of them.
Impressive. Yeah.
Oh, PG is Mondroid. Very cool. Congratulations, PG. All right, let's go ahead and see if we excuse me, catch up on some of the chat here. So Ardenek, yeah, I'm not used to being able to use Demented Shark. My opponent did well with the 2 double strikes. Absolutely. Picking up that strategy. Should have put Grum in the second position. All right. Poison for the win. Mondroid is too good. All right. Well, maybe we have another favorite that's coming up in the next round. All right. So we are now into, oh gosh, I think we completely missed round 4, but it's okay. Because we're already in the semifinal round. But guys, please refrain from spoilers if you can. Just put some GGs in the comments, because we're going to try and start going through all of the battles now if we can, or at least most of them, because there's only 4 for round 4. So I'd like to cover at least a couple of them. All right. So let's see this one. And then for those of you who end up, for those of you who end up in maybe like the top, we'd love to have you on the stream just to chat and maybe share some of your wisdom with us. Okay, so we have MacFilet Ashley versus Flaviano in this one.
Right. Yeah.
Now, the winner of these games goes into the semifinals. Ooh. So let's go ahead and see what the rule set is. We got all melee monsters as well as Earthquake.
All right, so let's see. So Earthquake, there are no flyers, right? So, wow, I think that Tusk the Wide and the Fallen one really make the difference here. I'm going to go with MacFilet on this one.
Okay, let's go ahead and see. Demon Shark getting, well, actually, it's going to be a while before he gets Enrage. Okay, we'll see how the first round of Earthquake plays out. Looks like nobody's going to lose a player on the Earthquake round 1. All right, there's your first casualty. Ooh, Grum taking the giant killer was that hurt.
Yep. Oh, there's a
and Grum is off the board. Oh, big miss there, in my opinion. Yeah. I wonder if this healer with Zenith Monk is going to come into play at some point.
I think it will. Yeah.
Oh wow, lots of misses on that last round, but essentially nullified now due to the Earthquake because all those people with 1 health are off the board. All right, so okay, well you got the hit there. Interesting. This is actually, if he hit the retaliate. He gets it on the Earthquake. Whoa! MacFilet with the win. Congratulations to Ashley. That was a fantastic fight all the way down to the end.
Yes.
All right, let's go on to the next fight in this round. All right, so once again, between MacFilet and Flaviano, MacFilet is up 1-0 currently in this fight. And so with a win, they take it. With a win for Flaviano, it is tied and goes to a tiebreaker. All right, so let's go ahead and pull up the rule set for this match. We have Quicks versus Quicks. This is a heavy hitter, so monsters have the knockout ability as well as even Steven's 34 mana. What do you see in Darkestnyte?
So there's no stun. No one has any stun here. I think, man, I think Chaos Dragon is just gonna wreak havoc. So yes, it's gonna wreak havoc. I think I'm gonna give this one to Magpulate too.
Interesting. All right, so looks like there's kind of an even Quicks to Devious effect on both sides. It's reducing, but I agree that Chaos Dragon, I mean, you already see it there.
Yeah. But it's going to really come down to a lucky hit, right?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, actually, this is Flaviano making it real interesting right now. Yes. All right, so who goes first here? All right, so Flaviano got the RNG.
Yep.
So they went first. All right, but
so here we go. It begins.
But you know what? I don't think they can take down Chaos Dragon in time.
Yes, that's what I think. Well, maybe. It's a lot of damage.
Oh, you know what? Deep Lurker needed to go for Chaos Dragon, but that opportunity ended up backfiring for him.
Yes.
See, he could have taken down the Chaos Dragon. But oh my goodness, look at all those misses. Wow. All right, interesting. This is very close. Oh my God, another miss. Another miss. Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
How many misses was that?
Wow. Right down to the end.
Fabiano, I feel bad, man. You got done dirty by the RNG on that one. Yeah. So many misses on the Chaos Dragon. Yeah. But congratulations to Ashley for making it to the next round. There's some solid games here, Darkestnyte.
Boy.
Okay, so let's go back into the I mean, sure, why not? We can just go over a couple of the other games, shall we?
Yes, let's do it.
Because there's only four games in this one. I think it'd be fun to watch through. Oh, especially in this one, we have Dealing Satyr and Harris, and we have another sighting of Grandmaster Rath.
Okay,
so this should be a good one. You got Armored Up, 60 mana. I think that automatically starts leading me to favor Rath in this point.
Yeah, I think so too. Absolutely. Like, this is what he was made for.
Exactly. Yeah. That Void Armor is excuse me, that Void Armor, especially against Obsidian, who is all magic specialty. So let's go ahead and play this one out. All right. Nobody's going to trigger the force field here. So that may be to another advantage of Dealing Slater, but they were able to get off the triage from Spirit Hoarder. Interesting. You know what's going to be rough is you're going to have this Resurrect come in at the worst time with that 9 armor on top, and you just lost the tank. Look at Sunkai Harvester. I keep hating on this card, but
no, I feel about that one now.
Yep. All right. Well, it looks as though Dealing Satyr is going to take the first match in this fight. Let me go ahead and I'll just skip to the finals.
Well done. That was a good solid match.
I didn't realize that we still had Yuki's comment on there. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into the next one between Dealing and Harris. Now, Dealing is up 1-0, so a win would get them to the final round. I'm sorry, the semifinals.
Ooh, this will be interesting.
The rule set for this is Equalizer. Oh, that should make things really fun. And you have Death with Harris on top versus Fire on the bottom. How are you feeling about this, Darkestnyte?
Dealing Satyr again.
Dealing Satyr. All right. So with a win, Dealing Satyr moves on to the semifinals. With a loss or with a win by Harris, this goes into a tiebreaker match. All right. So striking first blood here, first casualty for Harris. Oh, there's some real damage going on there. Okay. Well, taking out that.
Yeah.
Interesting placement of Dr. Blight. I don't know that I would ever put Dr. Blight up that early, but then again,
Doesn't have.
Dr. Blight did underperform in this match. A poison earlier on would have helped, I think.
That miss might have been huge. No.
Yep. Well, there's too much health for Life Sapper at this point. I don't think.
Yeah.
14 health, yeah.
Yeah.
So Harris with a nice tie-up to go 1-1 in their matchup. Congratulations. Let's go ahead and pull up the final battle.
I think I need more Life Sappers in my games.
Do you not use Life Sapper at all?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. All right.
Sorry.
All right. So let's go to the final game. Oh, this is going to be a good one.
Me saying that Harris ensured that you were going to
win. All right. So let's go ahead and hop in here. We have Kelia versus Kelia. Different strategies on both sides. I see a Kulu Swim Hunter on one and a little bit more defensive on the other. We have the heavy hitters, which I think doesn't apply because there's nobody with knockout, as well as taking sides. 22 mana Darkestnyte. How are you feeling about this one?
I think the heal is going to take it. So also, that's Harris, isn't it?
Yeah, Harris is on the bottom. Dealing is on
Harris,
the top.
Yeah, Harris takes it.
All right. Interesting. Let's see how this plays out. So Harris gets the Dealing gets the RNG on their side by going first. And I believe that is due to the fact that they have the gold foil cards.
Yep.
Because everything else equal.
Yeah, there's the heal.
Well, there you go. That health coming in very handy right there. Oh, and big miss. A big miss. Oh, okay. Well, interesting. The trample.
Oof.
Dealing. All right. So Murdali Garden does not have the armor protect at this round or in silver. I forgot about that.
Damn.
So Dealing with the win. Congratulations. Showing off those gold foil cards.
Yep.
So Dealing takes it to the semifinals. Let's go ahead and see. Oh man, we're already on the final. So
see, Harris, if I said you weren't going to win, you would have won that time.
All right, we're gonna hop into the semifinal rounds. So the last four players are Dealing Satyr versus Mondroid and Macfillet versus Amelo. I'm gonna go ahead and play all of these. And guys, so for anybody who's in the top four, if you are interested in coming on and just chatting with us for a little bit, we'd love to do a little post-game interview with you. So if that is the case, hit me up on Discord or shoot something in the comments here, and I will give you the link to hop in. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and pull up. All right. So we're gonna watch through the rest of the fights now. The first one is between Dealing Satyr and Mondroid.
Right. It should be really good.
Yes, indeed. All right. So Dealing using Obsidian versus Mondroid with Quix the Devious. So we do have a magic, somewhat based battle here. It is a snipe rule set as well as keep your distance, so no melee monsters. What do you see in here, Darkestnyte?
So this is interesting, right? So we have healing. We have triage, right? 2 triages. Unfortunately, there are 2 chances for affliction in this one, right? So I think Waybrood is it's not gonna get the benefit of those triages. However, I think that Chaos Dragon just wreck shop again while they're all focused on Waybrood. And if they take anybody out, if anyone gets taken out, River Hellendale is gonna just bring him back. So I think Mondroid takes this one.
Yeah, this should be an interesting one. Nobody triggers the force field for my Select Slip Spawn as well.
Yeah.
So that should be okay. Well, let's see if they can get the heal off. They do get the heal off for my Select Slip Spawn. And there you go. We're going to trigger the Resurrect.
Yep.
So that does bring them back. But there you go. All right. Taunt's gone. Now, what's interesting here is it's going to take 2 turns to kill the Regal Periton because everybody else is shooting the snipe on the back end. Or now it's going to take even more with the heal. Oh, never mind. Chaos Dragon doing what their name suggests and putting out some real chaos into the mess here. All right. That's going to take out 2 of the top players there. Interesting. Okay. Oh, that poison coming in very handy. Oh, wow. Mondroid taking it. I mean, I don't think that was as close as we thought it would be, but Mondroid with the win on Dealing.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good.
All right, so let's move on to the second battle here. And this should be another good one. I'm really enjoying seeing the games with Grandmaster Rath because I think the meta is still being figured out. Now, can you see? Yeah. So dealing with,
I think dealing takes this with the with the fallen one. The fact that
really? Okay.
yeah,
There's just, it doesn't seem like much firepower, but
let's see. Let's go.
okay. They're armored up as well, so that should help. So with the amount of armor here, though, oh, that retaliates.
Yeah, that's what
big.
I was thinking. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's
Yeah.
2 retaliates.
Yep.
Oh, 3 retaliates. My goodness.
Yeah. There we go.
Wow. Without those retaliates, I think Mondro would have had a chance.
And that's why, that's why Fallen One is so awesome.
100% trigger on the retaliates. Yep. I think it's Forgotten One.
Yep. Forgotten One. Awesome.
All right. So they are tied 1-1. We're gonna go to the final round, final match for these guys. And
wow, here we go. All right. Ooh, we've seen this one. Let's see. Very similar.
There's a lot of firepower in this. So we have Super Sneak as well as No Magic. Both of them played Obsidian because Earth was the only one available.
Interesting.
That shield up front, I think, is going to make a big difference for Mondroid.
Yeah, but the blast from dealing Satyr, and then even if that gets taken out, then they got the thorns at the end. I think dealing Satyr takes this.
Interesting. Okay. Well, winner takes all and goes to the championship game. Okay. Oh, Grun doing some serious damage in the back for both teams.
Yep. And now we have thorns. Here we go.
This is Eyes of the Fang. Well, actually only level 1 Eyes of the Fanged, but
here we go.
There you go. Grun taking some. All right. So, oh, they're not able to get past the shield here. That ended up being a wasted attack. Yep. Things looking up for Mondroid right now.
Yeah, they really are. Let's see.
All right. I still won't be able to take him out this turn. Interesting. Okay. Well, they got. Oh, man. All of that scavenge is going to help.
Yep.
Oh, big miss.
Whoa.
And you get Grund up front now. Now, Grund will eat through that. Oh, another miss. Wow.
Yeah, that miss was really huge.
Well, it looks as though Mondroid is going to take this one and move on to the championship round. Congratulations, Mondroid.
That was still, to me, that was still close.
They seem close until you realize that there was like so much HP left. All right, so Mondroid is one of our champions. Let's go ahead and find out who the other champion is. This is going to be a solid semifinal round matchup between Amelo and McFillet, aka Ashley.
Oh, it's a game. Mirror match. Look at this.
Yeah, first game we have some almost mirror images. Actually, not really. It's just both Grandmaster Rath. You have equal opportunity, melee mayhem, 22 mana. What are you seeing on this one, Darkestnyte?
Ah, man, I'm thinking Amelo takes this one.
All right, let's go ahead and see how it plays out. There is going to be a resurrect for Amelo,
right,
which could come in handy and add in multiple hits due to the fact that they get back with 1 armor. So see, that's going to take 2 hits now.
Yep.
So I think you called this one 100% correctly.
And even the Fiend gets a hit off. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Now, interesting use of armor protect from both sides.
Yeah.
The only thing with Scable Hireling is just it's not really an offensive weapon. And now Scable Hireling is done. So this is not looking good for McFillet at the moment. But
ooh, and good use of the Chaos Agent as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, so close to getting rid of All right. Well, yeah, that armor protect won't even make it past the blinding reflector. So well done to Amelo for taking the first game in the match. Let's go ahead and pull up the second game here.
We can get rid of our sponsor.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the sponsorship notice. I love that. I love that we found a way to casually talk about the spam bots.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. So, second round, Amelo leaning heavily on the new summoner, Grandmaster Rath. This is, you don't really see this as often, a standard rule set. And McFillet going for the death route. How are you feeling about this one?
I think McFillet takes this one, right? Has the she can get rid of the armor, right? And there's no armor repair. And after that, yeah, I think McFillet takes this. Yeah, pretty
interesting,
actually.
Okay.
Yeah. See, Shatter.
Oh, Shatter, yeah, big,
yeah. And served its purpose, right? Did everything it needed to do.
Yep. Took out the backline defense.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. That self-heal, though, could... Oh, no. It's just not enough of... It's not attacking enough, and it's going to take the Thorns damage.
Yep. Oh, even the Fiend comes back.
Even the Fiend coming in doing some damage. All right, congratulations to McFillet. This one is going to go to a tiebreaker to see who makes it into the championship round.
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead and watch that one. Oh, this is interesting. So, did I click on the same thing? No, this is a completely different match. Same summoners used. Let's go ahead and see what the rule set is. So now you have Enrage as well as Rise of the Commons. So Amelo for the third straight game using Grandmaster Rath, and McFillet opting to go for the death route with Thaddeus Brood. How are you seeing this one?
Wow, let's see. I think that armor... I think the armor has just an added resiliency here. I think Amelo takes it.
Interesting. Let's go ahead and see how this plays out. I agree. I feel like we are starting to see some great strategies with Grandmaster Rath. Now, what'll be interesting is, oh no, he doesn't have heal on that round, but the armor repair is going to come back.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, did you see that? That was a fantastic use of Amplify as well. Took out the life sapper in one turn.
There we go. Yep.
Oh, Enrage with Trample. Ouch.
There we go. See the armor. Yeah.
Armor coming in clutch.
Yep.
Congratulations to Amelo on making it into the championship round.
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead.
That +1 armor, we've seen it for a couple of seasons now with Kelly, right? Even if it wasn't for the shield, the magic reflect, or I'm sorry, the magic shield, I think we would still have we'd have issues.
So our final, and we'll go ahead and just run through these. The matches are still going on right now, and it is a best of 5. So each player must win 3 in order to come away with the championship. But it is a Mondroid versus Amelo.
Here we go.
So congratulations to both of you guys for being up this far. And it looks like we're going Death versus Earth with a blast rule set as well as close range, although it doesn't seem as though anybody's going with a ranged attack this time around.
I think, looking at this, I think Mondroid takes it.
The protect, I think, comes in clutch. Let's see. There is speed, though, on Amelo's side.
Yep.
So that could count for something. Because they're going to get rid of the Spirit Hoarder next turn.
Yep.
Oh, interesting. Oh, looks like I got the entry fees. I don't know. I think it's I think Amelo comes away with a win. Wow.
Wow. Nice.
Just more damage and speed, I would say.
Yep.
Was able to overcome the protect on that. You don't see that too often. But that's the thing with the Earth team; those legendaries are just too slow compared to the Water Magic team. All right, so Amelo got the win on the first game. Again, keep in mind this is best of 3, so we won't have a winner necessarily from this one. But we have Mondroid using Quicks and Amelo using Kelia. The rule sets are up close and personal and Stampede.
Oof. Man.
How are you seeing this one?
So I do see we have
Demoralize on both sides.
Demoralize on both sides. We have self-heal. Wow, this one's going to be... I'm going to give this one to Amelo also.
The armor from Kelia, I think, makes a big difference. Yeah. I know going with Quicks made sense for Carnage Titan, but I wonder how much that armor is going to help out on Amelo's side.
Yeah, I'm thinking Amelo's going to take this one.
I mean, things would be different if we were playing in gold and Carnage Titan had shield, maybe. Oh my gosh, that miss was not helpful.
That miss was huge. Oh, but they enraged. But
see, it took the deep lurker
shield. Yeah, there we go. Yep.
Okay, well, it's not out of the woods yet. No. That double strike could still mean something very clutch. So interesting. All right. Well, they just got full power back.
Yeah, I think full power. I think that's going to matter.
Oh yeah. Because we're not even looking at the ringer here. Zenith Monk staying alive.
Yep.
So congratulations to Amelo. You are up 2-0 in the championship round. Let's go ahead to the next game and see how this plays out. So if Amelo wins, they take it away. If Mondroid wins, they can climb back from an 0-2 hole. We'll see what happens. Yep. All right. So Amelo, once again, leaning heavily on Grandmaster Rath. We have a super sneak as well as taking sides.
I think Amelo takes it again.
Grandmaster Rath, maybe showing everybody what he's worth. Now there's going to be a protect on the other side, but there is no void armor. Although
magic reflect is gonna tear him up.
Yeah, and amplify.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a great combo right here. Blinding reflector.
Blam! Look at that. That's crazy.
Everybody's going to be playing life now, and there's no triage.
Yeah, look at that. Blam.
So you just lost your biggest gun.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow, look at the Fiend getting it. Does that count as a chicken kill?
Close enough, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations to Amelo winning 3-0. Wow. Oh, it's Ameo. I'm so sorry about that. Man. So Ameo, if you would like to come on, actually, so let's go ahead and congratulate everybody here. So I believe the top 5 winners. Let's go ahead and see here. Winning a whopping. So Ameo went 11-1.
Wow.
Impressive. Just 1 loss. Very impressive. You had Mondroid coming in second, McFillet dealing, and then Harris rounding out the top 5. Now, if any of you guys want to come on, we'd love to chat with you here. Anybody who's in the top 5, feel free to come through. And I don't know if you message me on Discord. I'm sorry if I missed it. No, it doesn't look like I missed it. Everybody's just shy. Is that what it is? We just want to talk to you. We're not going to bite, I promise.
Yep. I mean, this is the opportunity, right? We did this for a reason. And I think you guys definitely should jump in and just say hi. We promise not to embarrass you.
We promise not to embarrass you.
Maybe ourselves, but...
So while we wait to see if somebody wants to hop in here, how did you feel about this? This is our first time kind of running through at Darkestnyte. How was the experience for you?
It was good.
How can we improve on it in the future?
So I think the thing for me, again, if I'm trying to guess who wins, remember, you guys all typically know who's won already. So now I have to turn off my chat on this side. So, and then I won't be able to see any of the commentary, right? So it's pure as if I'm watching it, for the first time. I think that's good. But even so, even knowing who wins, these are some really good matches, and they are really good showcases of strategy. So really good players in the community.
How do you feel about silver? Was silver entertaining enough for you,
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
or
I
is
didn't matter at all, like at
yeah?
all.
Okay, because I feel as though silver is should be mostly attainable, and even if people were
Yeah.
playing like lower power cards, you might be able to get away with it.
Yeah, I mean the interesting part is I saw cards that I don't have, and like Kulu. I think I gotta get a Kulu now.
Oh, we've talked about that one quite a
Yeah,
bit.
we have.
All right. Well, I think everybody's gonna be shy. We really wanted to get somebody on the show. Does anybody want to come on so we can chat about this tournament experience?
Yeah,
Um, we'd love to have people on. Flaviana's saying they definitely loved it. Do this more times.
yeah.
It was fun. I liked it. I think because it felt like a bit of it felt like we were rushing through a lot.
Yeah.
And so I almost wonder. I know we'd end up missing out on a lot of the early matches, but I almost wonder if it'd be better to just wait until the later rounds. You know what I mean? Because it's like the early rounds I'm going through and like picking and choosing matches here.
You know what? Even the early matches were good though. So I mean, lots of skill. I mean, the key here is you have so many skilled players. There were games where you felt one person should have won, but really RNG factored in, and just really good placement of the units. So I think
Mhm.
I'm good with all of it, to be honest.
So what does this say, especially considering that our champion used him very heavily? What does it say about Grandmaster Rath right
Oh,
now with
yeah,
the current meta? Now, keep in mind this wasn't modern format; it was only Chaos Legion. But something that, and I'll throw this out to the community as well. In the future, if we were to do things like this, would you want something modern or would you want something strictly Chaos Legion? Because modern would also include probably the modern rewards cards as well, but it would open you up to getting Lamacron and Yodin.
yeah. I
So
think
that's
modern. I think we see a lot of different strategies, and what I'd like to see are some of the strategies that have been meta really go up against some of the newer cards as they start coming out. I think just looking at, I mean, I think this is a hard counter to Llama, right? Llama Cron, absolutely.
mhm.
So we'll see.
I
Yeah,
mean, just imagine.
I think modern. I like to see the variety. If it's just Chaos Legion, I think we'll start to see the same things over and over again. And I don't
True, yeah,
want we want to do that.
for sure. Okay, well, we can definitely open it up to modern in the future, guys. This was just kind of like a test run for us to see how it was. But how are you feeling, Darkest Night? Did you enjoy it? Was it too much of like a? It felt like a race, just trying to get through everything.
Well, for us, we're normally on for like 2.5 hours, right? So it's an hour and a half, and it felt rushed, right? So
Actually, I'm just gonna post that link for StreamYard. So feel free to come through. Oh shoot, I just saw that you posted on the other thing. All right, so come through on there, and please, we'll keep it PG-13. Don't make me boot anybody. Sorry, Darkstone, you were saying?
yeah, so I think again it's good. We want to continue to mix it up, but all in all, I mean, I think the pacing was pretty good.
Yeah, well, so we did have 80 plus people, I believe. I don't know how many ended up checking in. Let's see if we can see that here.
Yeah, I actually prefer this.
Oh, I think we only had 57 people check in. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I think I prefer the format of this type of tournament. It's we're in, we're done, we get to chat with people.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
I mean, I like the single elimination style too. Like the anytime is good when you're just doing something around the world, right? Like one of the awesome things about Splinterlands, it is international. And one of the things that sucks about this is like I'm sure it's like 2 a.m. for someone.
Yeah.
So sorry for those. But maybe in the future, what we can try to do is different types of times, I should say. All right.
More lore.
More lore. Well, okay, so that's what I was saying when I felt like we were rushing through because we did not we just didn't have enough time to get into the lore.
Yeah.
Ashley, you ready to go? Give me a thumbs up sign. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and and move it down. So Ashley, thank you so much for joining.
Hey,
Congratulations.
Hi.
You placed number 3. I think this is the first time we're actually speaking, so this is pretty cool. How are you?
Yeah. Hi. How are you guys?
Doing well.
It was
I've seen
fun.
so many of your videos too, by the way.
Big fan.
Thanks. I haven't
Absolutely.
uploaded in a long time because I had a death in the family, and then I had emergency surgery, and I'm
Oh no.
just now feeling better.
Well,
Well,
welcome again. I hope you're on the mend.
I am feeling.
sorry
much
to hear
better
about
now.
all that, but yeah, hopefully placing in the tournament was a little bit of a bump for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to make sure. Don't worry, guys. I will send out packs to all the winners once we're done with the live stream here. But Ashley, you got to tell us, how are you so good at this game? Teach us your ways. You were crushing through that tournament until you ran into, was it Mondroid?
No,
Or was it Amelo?
Amelia. I'm not sure how to say his name.
Amayo. Oh, so
Amayo.
you lost to the champion, so you know there's a little solace in that. I mean, I hate losing, but whenever I lose in a tournament, I always hope that person goes on to win it, because then I can say at least there's an argument that I am technically second place, right?
Yes.
So.
And I knew if I went against Mondroid, I was going to lose because I fight him all the time and I always lose. So third sounds about right. Yep. But yeah, it went really well. But I think it was round 4. It was RNG that I won with the Chaos Dragon.
Oh, that Chaos Dragon came in really clutch.
But it was good.
So
I play a lot of Chaos only tournaments, so I guess I get in a lot of practice. So
very cool.
I think if you included other types of cards, I would have lost because I don't usually like to rent cards.
I'm right there with you. I'm very much against it. I mean, it's fun, but I like playing with what I have and feeling like I'm earning. But for folks who may not be familiar, what league do you normally play in?
I've been playing in gold for a few months. Yep.
In gold? Okay.
Yep.
You liking the meta there? Do you miss silver at all?
Yes. Only thing I miss about silver is I can enter more tournaments.
That doesn't count. I'm talking about the actual gameplay.
As for gameplay, gold is much more fun. Yes.
More abilities. How long have you been playing for?
I started in, I think, August 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, it was around when the card prices were crazy.
Yeah.
So I've been buying cards like crazy now. Since the card prices are lower, to me, everything looks like a deal.
So do you think, I mean, we hear often that the players that have been around for a while, they say, hey, this all look very familiar. Do you think that we're going to have another situation where card prices are going to be low, and then a year from now, they're going to go sky high? Like, what are your thoughts around that?
I mean, I guess I'm more on Dwayne's side compared to Aftersound's side.
Wait, what's the
maybe
side?
not as high as Dwayne says, but I have hope. Of course, you never know. You never know for sure with the market, but I hope that the prices will go up, and I feel like they will. So I keep buying cards.
Right.
Not financial advice.
Wait, Aftersound, what's your
game
side?
advice.
I don't know about this side. What side is this?
Oh, Dwayne's very he says the card prices are gonna go up a lot, like I don't know, 100x or something. And then Aftersound's always more bearish.
I guess I'm just a perma. It's funny because people are like pitting me against Dwayne. I'm just like, are you kidding me? I love that dude.
I was just messing with you.
I watch it. No, I know, not you, but you know, I feel like I would rather be bearish and then not be disappointed in the future. Whereas, like, if I'm setting myself up for like, all right, well, if we're gonna be in whatever kind of economy, blah blah blah, all this crypto bear market, if it goes up, then it goes up. And I will say that selling 100,000 packs, it got me excited again, because I'm just like, wait, is this what it feels like? Like, because I started in August of 2021, just like you, and I was getting flashbacks to Darkestnyte telling me in like July or June of last year, where it's just like, Darkestnyte, you were just humming along playing the game, and all of a sudden you log in and dice packs are sold out.
Yeah.
And so I thought I had time to get more. Like I was thinking about topping up, right, to get like my one more guaranteed BCX. But it's like all of a sudden I was out yesterday for like most of the day, and Darkestnyte keeps texting me. He's just like, "We're 5,000 away," and I was like, "Wait, what? All right, well, this is not going to happen now. So I'll just do whatever I need to do."
Yeah.
And then like it happened, and we're all like, "Okay, what's going on?" I don't even think the team was ready for it to happen. To be honest, we were talking about that earlier. I think it was a surprise to them as well.
Yeah. I kept refreshing the page and just kept going down.
It was surprising how quickly things happened. I have to give a quick apology to William's wife. Amayo. I will do my best to say Amayo and not Amelo. So, all right. Dwayne 1, after sound 0. It seems like it. I like the Dwayne to after sound scale.
Until next year.
Until next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how are you thinking ahead to modern format? Now, I remember in one of your previous videos, and this might have been a little while ago, that you had been buying some of the untamed starter cards, and so that's something I saw you doing, and I'm cheap, so I didn't want to do it, and now I'm struggling and I'm losing games because I don't want to play with like Shield Bearer whenever I need him. But how did that strategy work out for you, and how are you looking forward to modern?
It worked out great. I don't have to rent the Untamed cards, and I can use them whenever I want, and no penalty. But I didn't have that much money, so I only bought 1 BCX of each of them. I didn't level them up, so if you could afford to level them up, you're going to be much better off, because I feel like Shield Bearer now with Grandmaster Rath is going to be so good.
So good.
But he's so expensive.
I
only have 1 BCX.
I don't even know how you get past him anymore. You just can't magic spam your way through it. You really need to have like some high-powered cards. And when I say high-powered, I mean like that can do a ton of damage, and primarily hopefully still magic damage, because then you break through the shield and then you don't have to worry about his actual shield. But the thing is, you can play Shield Bearer and Grandmaster Rath for 14 mana, and you probably just need to throw like an armor repair in there, and you could be done. Like for 16, what is that? 16 mana, right? 16 mana. You play, who's that old dude? The old armor repair guy for wild dude. Wild, I should say.
Robert. It's me. I'm the old guy.
You mean like the old card?
No, the old armor repair. I forgot what his name was. Hold on. Let me.
I probably don't know.
Oh, the one that's for.
It's like 2 mana. Yeah, it's like 2 mana life card that has.
Oh! I know who you're talking about. What the heck is his name?
Armor Smith, I think.
Armor
right?
Smith.
Armor Smith, is that what it is? Yeah. So you play him for 2 mana, and for 16 mana now you have Shield Bearer, who's going to be like protected through everything.
Yep. Also, I was looking at how to use Amplify with Grandmaster Rath in the modern format, and there's not very many options, especially no options that are affordable, except for Pelacor Conjure. If you look at that, there's only the what is that guy's name? The
Crystal Wolf?
It's like a lion, not a lion, some sort of cat.
Oh, the lynx
with thorns.
Yeah, Crystal Wolf. I think that's Crystal Wolf.
Oh, wait, hold on. Which one are we looking at?
Here's
Untamed.
Oh, Untamed. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, there he is. Crystal Jaguar.
Oh, Crystal Jaguar. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
And it got really expensive.
38 cents.
To get to thorns.
So you get it to level 4. I mean, it's a great little league tank. That's for sure.
Yeah. I was just trying to look at ways to use Amplify, because I actually bought Grandmaster Rath last night. So
I my buy order hasn't been filled yet. Although, what are your thoughts on the price? So as somebody who came in roughly similar time as me, when you look at the price of Grandmaster Rath, are you surprised? Are you like, is this exactly what you were expecting? Because I gotta say that I thought the FOMO would be a lot higher and the price would just be like 50 plus for a while. So to see it like within 20 to 30 bucks or $20-$30 range, right after it had launched is a shocker to me, but hopefully good for the community.
I think it's a bear market and people are just kind of desperate to get some money. That could be one thing. And, there was a sudden bunch that came through
Mm-hmm.
the airdrop. So that could be why. I feel like the price will go up later. That's just my opinion.
Interesting, because we've
I
seen.
hope it will. I bought some extra ones to resell later.
I feel like the trend we've seen is for prices to go down after that initial rush in, but I almost wonder if like everybody's just has this kind of reverse logic where, like I think Harris even mentioned today, like I sold a bunch as soon as I could because I think the price is going to go lower. So if that created like this kind of almost reverse FOMO where everybody's trying to offload him, thinking that they're going to get him later for cheaper, I don't know how that affects the market in the long run. But for every other monster we've seen, even every other airdrop monster, I should say, that we've seen, even Carnage Titan, who went up for a while. I mean, Carnage Titan is now not the most expensive legendary.
Well, I'm just counting on getting out of the bear market.
Oh, I mean, I think you'd be fine in the long
up.
run. I think you'd be fine in the long run.
I have a long run mindset. I'm not thinking like reselling it in like 3 weeks or something. I'm thinking about reselling them in like a year or so.
What's good about having extra right now though is I wonder how good the rental income is, because for many folks who don't plan on buying one and just starting out, like these are, this should be much more affordable option compared to like the Untamed Legendary Summoners.
Yeah, I saw he's only like 8 DC or something to rent level 1, but I'm trying to rent out my level 2. I have a level 3 and a level 2, and no one's renting it. So it won't rent out, and I'm doing the lowest rent, so I don't know what's going on with that. I think people aren't noticing how good he is.
Yeah. And I think we highlighted that today for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He shined in the tournament.
That's for sure. Did you use him at all today?
I did, and I won a few battles.
Did you feel because and Ameo, I see you here in the comments, Ameo. I would love to get you on just to chat if you're free, but it almost felt as though Ameo was spamming him, and spamming worked because he's the only legendary summoner available right now for Chaos Legion. So I almost wonder if maybe you almost felt you had to overcompensate by not using him all the time. Did that ever cross your mind?
Yeah, and Ameo probably would have beat me anyway because they're really good, but that's one reason why I lost. They kept using Grandmaster Rath, and I kept thinking, okay, I want to be different. So I was using Death, and I lost.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Well, that's fair as well. Let's see if we can catch up on some of the chat and comments here.
Yeah.
Oh, people say I'm going to turn into Dwayne. That should be fun. Guys, I cannot tell you how bullish I am on the game. I'm just not bullish on the tokens, and I give you my reasons why I'm not bullish on the tokens.
Are you bullish on the cards?
Not right now.
Yeah,
I think once I really don't know what's going to happen after the airdrop, but long run, I think Chaos Legion as a set, I think has proven that it can hang with a lot of the big boys, right? And we don't even have the legendary summoners, but if from what we saw and what we've been seeing with someone like Grandmaster Rath, I wouldn't be surprised to see these summoners being very popular. Now, will they get to the same level or price point as like, Jotun, $300, $400? I don't know. I can see them getting halfway there, right? So what was that right now? That's like an 8x, right? But that's purely based on collection power. But here's the thing. I don't know what the future for collection power is. I have to imagine that they're going to do something with it. But once the airdrop is done, like collection power outside of, whatever league you're in doesn't really matter. And I think as long as you have cards leveled up, you should easily be able to make it into whatever league you're trying to make it into. You don't need to have extra power the way people needed it before.
Sure.
So people are hoping car prices go down further since I mean, I'm one of them. I want to get those $1 summoners. In fact, I'd love to get 25-cent summoners. That'd be great.
That would be great. Yeah. And we've seen them before.
Ooh, this is interesting. And we've talked about this previously already with Darkestnyte, but Ashley, how do you feel about ghost card tournaments? Clearly you are a tournament fiend and are able to dominate. So are ghost card tournaments something that would excite you to maybe play like champion level tournaments, or how do you feel about that? Or maybe like, I don't know, what if they had like wild ghost card tournaments? Now all of a sudden you have access to everything.
Okay, well, I was gonna say, as for champion, yeah, that's cool, but I've never played at diamond or champion level, so I probably would lose because I'm not used to it. But maybe if I played it a few times, it would be good. But a wild ghost card tournament would be awesome because then you can use all those expensive cards,
That'd be a lot of
which I
fun.
do rent sometimes. Like when I get my focus. I was like, what's it called? The focus for the day. I do rent a few wild cards. So
Mhm.
that'll be sad when modern comes and can't use those anymore.
True. All right, so people are correcting me now and saying that Quix is a legendary summoner for Chaos Agent. Yes, I know. Sorry, you're technically right. I meant though as like one of like the big boy legendary summoners. So because when we talk about untamed legendary summoners, not everybody's talking about Camila. We're talking about all the 7-mana ones. But you are absolutely right that Quix is up there, and I actually like Quix a lot. It's just I think Quix is very situational rather than like dominant. I feel like Wrath. I thought Wrath was going to be situational, but seeing how you could play against uh, many other splinters made a lot of sense.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Wrath with Pelacor Summoner, right? That's something that I think everyone's going to have access to. I don't think we saw that during the tournament today, but that's one.
Well, because we don't have the rewards cards
That's right.
available.
Yeah.
But Ashley, I want to thank you for first of all playing in the tournament, for joining us on here and chatting. It was nice to finally actually chat with you. And are you planning to go to Splinterfest?
I originally was planning to, but then I saw the price and I'm not sure.
Wait, did they release the price of the tickets already?
No, I just looked at the price.
Oh, the
I meant
hotel.
for the hotel. Sorry, the Luxor was pretty expensive. I
It's kind of
used
out
to
there.
go to Vegas all the time, and I remember the price being like $80 a night or even less. So I think inflation or something, COVID
Use
caused the
that word
price to
again.
go up, and now I'm like, I'm still thinking about it.
Fair enough. There, I agree with you. I remember like going to Vegas used to be so cheap because the
Yeah.
whole idea is like every hotel wants you there so that you gamble in their hotel. And so I was a little shocked to see the prices too. But there are some other like cheaper options, I think is what they were pushing out there. And I was actually looking like completely outside whatever they were offering because I'm just like, all right, well, everything like on the strip is kind of close anyway. So, if there's like a super cheap option and it's like an Uber right away or like a 5-minute walk, it's gonna be Vegas in October. It's gonna be beautiful weather, I think. So,
Yes. Well, if you
but
find a deal, let me know.
I will. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it, and congratulations on winning. I'll send you a chaos pack shortly.
Okay, thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye, Ashley. Super cool.
Man. Well, that was fun. Let's see. How are you doing on time, Darkestnyte?
Yep.
You gonna hang for a little bit?
Mhm.
What do you got planned today? Are you just doing more gaming?
Yes. Yes, that is my plan. It's the sun has finally come out for the last 3 days.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm gonna just try to get out of the house.
Yeah, that it's too sunny here, so I hope we can send some your way. I could use a little rain here just to cool everything off. All right, guys. I apologize. I know we haven't been on top of the comments as much today, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let us know if you'd like for us to do stuff like this in the future. This is kind of just a test run to see how it would come out, how much we enjoyed it. I think Darkestnyte had fun. I don't know. He's a pretty stoic guy, but we got pretty. Some of those battles are really exciting.
Yes. So I would say this has been fun, right? And again, you know me, I love to have my big experiments and, just kind of the what if, right? Like, what if we did this? What if we did that? So I enjoyed this, and it's just something different, right?
Yeah. I've said it previously, but I love organized competition, like tournaments, leagues. I love like setting that up and creating spaces for like talent and like really top level competitiveness to shine through. So doing something like this was awesome as a one-off. And I don't know, we've kind of been talking offline a little bit about it, and I've been brainstorming like how do we make a Splinterlands like league, right? Or how do we do some kind of like esports thing moving forward that could be great for showing off the competitive nature of this of the game, And like I said, I look at this and I'm just like, it's a mix to me between Magic the Gathering and poker.
Absolutely.
And what I love about that is that both of those have a very strong kind of esports presence, right? People watch. I mean, I've watched poker on ESPN many times. I don't even care for poker that much, but it's just interesting to see how they make the game exciting based around, something that I would never like think to watch it. Now I'm watching it.
Absolutely. So, and to get those bracelets, right? To get the top of the heap award for
Mhm.
someone that you've competed all year long, and now you're at the big event, and now you can get recognition from the community. Like for me, I want to know. I want to know about the player, right? I want to know how long they've been playing for, what they
Mhm.
think about the game, what's their favorite splinter. Tell me about your guild. What are the things that you guys focus on? Like all things like that, I want to know about, right? If they have a higher than normal win rate, right? I want to know that too. How did you get to 70%? Right? Like that's incredible. And so what's your kind of thought process around that? So
Yeah, I think there's just so I want to be in the celebrity making business,
yeah.
right? Like that's
Good.
my goal with this channel, right? Because I feel like we talked about this previously. There's been $6 million paid out,
Yeah.
and we have no idea who's won that, right?
Ab-
And you can throw on whatever kind of tinfoil hat conspiracy theories you want,
Right.
but to me, like I said, the future of this is like the competitive nature of gaming, and I want like the best players to be coming on to the tournaments that we're doing, and becoming like household names, right, within the Splinterlands community. That's my goal with this.
Yeah.
So
And it's
hopefully,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, it's great Ashley came on, right? So that's
Yes.
exactly what we wanted to have happen, right? Where someone that participated in a tournament, it's still fresh in your head about what just happened, and to
Mhm.
kind of get that thought process was perfect. Like so, hopefully more people will come on after the tournament and kind of do the same thing, right? Like I think at this point, we're all like family, like the Splinterlands family, right? You should
Yeah.
be. You don't have to be embarrassed or afraid. Because all we're going to do is talk about Splinterlands, right? Which is what we do all day long anyway.
Exactly. Yep. So I like the idea of draw and brawl tournaments. Ooh, that could be interesting
That
if they
would be
come up
super
with
cool.
that.
Yeah, I like that.
Icy Flow, you were sorely missed. I have to say, even offline, that Darkestnyte was looking for you, wanted to see how you perform in the tournament. So next time, don't be late. All right, so load up on cheap cards now before land next year. All right, I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, again, about loading up on the cheap cards now. I mean, you will look back on this time frame and say, "Oh my God, I should have bought whatever card it is," right? And when you're seeing it at 5 times the price, 10 times the price, then it becomes too expensive to actually buy.
Mhm.
Right. So, but when it's cheap, right? It's all the cards that you think, oh, I'll get it later. I don't know if you want to wait till later because we've all done it. I've done it.
Yeah.
And so, and then you can be competitive, right? Talking about Wrath, I mean, seeing it in action, I'm looking at the prices and I'm like, man, do I really want to wait? So the answer is, I don't know. Do I really want to wait? Right? I mean, say it goes down by another $5. All right, so I save $50 on a
Yeah.
maxed out one, right? Or I can just say I'm done.
Yeah. Well, the risk you run, actually, and here I'm not trying to get you to buy it, but
Too late.
what's the downside versus upside risk, right? Like how low do you think this card will go? And like you said, $20, I don't think it's going to get cheaper than Quicks the Devious. So if you're waiting for it to go $20, sure, you save $50, but let's say that wave of bullishness comes in and pushes the thing to 30, 35. Then all of a sudden your opportunity cost is down.
Right. Oh, I agree.
So William's saying, and this is a good observation because we just went through so many matches that I can't keep track of them all, but Quicks beat Rath multiple matches in that tournament. So Quick's still showing he's got the goods. Definitely I'm gathering. Oh, just waiting. Cool. Cheap options in Vegas scares me. Fair enough. Fair enough. So Justin's asking if we're going to do a live vlog at Splinterfest. I hadn't even thought about that.
Yes.
That means I need to pack up all my recording equipment here, but that could be kind of fun.
Yeah.
We'll do something. There'll be content coming to you guys from Splinterfest, I'm sure. I've always wanted to stay at the Luxor. Same. So I'm looking at the Luxor, but I agree it's not the cheapest option. So Andrew Johnson's going to be there as well. Oh man, Andrew Johnson, I still remember your match this tournament. Was expecting you to win that one.
Yep.
Hello from Thailand. What's going on? All right, let's see here. All right, so Frank is saying more of this, please. Tons of fun and lots to learn from the commentary. So, fun breakdown.
All right, so I just picked up a couple of.
Oh, you went and actually bought it right now? If you guys couldn't be bullish enough,
never mind. Because as I say it, I'm thinking it. I'm like, what am I waiting for? Like, is it going to really go down to $15, $13? Probably.
I don't know. I mean, that's why I'm trying to grab one now. But
I'll buy more. Right? If it does, I'll buy more.
Yeah. All right. Well, now I need to go buy mine. You probably just scooped up the market. You bought the cheapest 10, right?
I need to buy one more. And I'll have max.
Oh, PG saying I couldn't find my mic to come on. PG, you can join from your phone, I believe. Wow. If you want to just come on and say hello. Had a lot to say about the finals. I believe oh, that's Mondroid, right? PG Gamer? PG Gutsmer. Is bullish, run for your lives. Where's Chatter? I don't know. I need to talk with Chatter.
So Chatter that must be who's
this Steve Phoenix Rising.
Of course it is.
Where's Chatter? Chatter's busy doing some marketing for the company. Let's see here. So see, look, people are just surprised to hear me bullish. Maybe I need to record more bullish videos.
I think you are bullish though. Like I don't hear you bearish. I don't. Like, we all know where this thing is headed, right? You can be bullish. You can be bearish right now. We're in a bear market. You should.
I've been so bearish on SPS lately. I mean, I know that I've been very bearish because I keep expecting this to go lower. But there's like a difference between being bearish about the token and being bearish about the game. Like the entire time, I'm really excited about what they're doing within the game. My thought process is what they're doing with the game is making it fun for a lot of current players, but it's not translating necessarily into new players yet.
Right.
So, and I think the new players coming in is what's going to drive a lot more capital into the game and will raise the token prices. Also, my biggest criticism of the team, which I'm very public about, is like, you want SPS to be like the main token, but there's like no utility, and we're like a full year into its existence. So, I know that stuff is coming. It's just like, and I said this in a recent video, it's just like, it feels like it's just around the corner, but I feel like I've been saying it feels like it's just around the corner since February. So
it's like fusion energy. It's 20 years away. So always. So I would say I agree with you, but really the general adoption of crypto has been delayed by what we've seen for the last 6 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fear of crypto is very real. And I don't think that people are going to come in and say, ooh, crypto, right? No, it's going to be the hardcore. And there just aren't a lot of those, right? But next year, when, crypto is going crazy again, people are going to look for ways to get crypto. They're going to be crypto crazy. And that's when you're going to see everybody come in. That's what happened before. And I think it's going to happen again.
See, the most bullish sentiment that I can have right now when it comes to like, not just SPS, but like the broader market is the feeling that maybe like this whole Celsius, 3 Hours Capital, all this was the capitulation event.
Sure.
Because everybody saying that Bitcoin is going to go down to 10K probably means that it's not, right? Because just like everybody's saying, when you're in a bull market, everybody thinks it's going to go to the moon. When you're in a bear market, I think it's going to go to the floor. So the fact that everybody thinks Bitcoin is going to go to 10K makes me almost feel like, well, maybe this is it, right? And not that we're going to go to the moon starting tomorrow, but maybe we've bottomed out and maybe we stay in this bottom pattern for the next couple of months. Like we got the US elections coming up, midterm elections later this year. So a part of me says the political side of it is going to try to get the economy somewhat back on track or stabilized by September, October. So if we have bottomed out, then maybe there could be, again, not a bull run, but at least some kind of stabilization between now and the next 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, again, there are bigger concerns, right? Supply chain issues,
yeah.
Price of fuel, and energy in general, right? So we have all of those problems. Crypto is really low on the priority list for a lot of people.
Absolutely, yeah. So Gavin mentioned saying, Darkestnyte, remember when beta cards were under $1 for MTG?
I do.
that will happen here in a couple years. Really? That's a
Yes.
little
Yeah.
bearish. No.
Oh, well, I mean, I've thrown away. If I told you how many cards and what cards I crumpled up or threw across the room, and we didn't even have card holders then, you would be appalled at the level of the cards that were just destroyed, used as coasters. I mean, now they're thousands of dollars. So.
Oh, this is an interesting one. I've done one of those booster pack tournaments. That could be kind of fun, where they set aside packs.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, and that's a coding thing, right? They could easily code up, like, in this tournament, you will be guaranteed, 10 Chaos Legion packs. You draft only from those, make a, and those are the only cards you can use. Yeah, you could probably code
are 10 packs enough though?
Well, that's 50 cards. How many are you going to use in a match? You're only going to use 7.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, this would really only be bronze level tournaments then that they could do that for. But that's interesting. Okay.
But for those tournaments, you would have all splinters available, right? You wouldn't have any that are missing to maximize people getting in. So,
yeah, that's fair. Can I stream more often? I stream 4 times a week already, guys.
How much more?
Twice on Tuesdays. I love it though, Maxim. You're my favorite. Thank you for. I mean, well, I'm gonna stick to this schedule, and anytime. Oh, we've done some like ad hoc things whenever there's like a new like big release or something. So there might be other opportunities. Imagine if Chaos sold out while Splinterfest was on.
God. That would be incredible.
It would be a party.
It would be a huge party.
I can imagine aggro like popping champagne on the Splinterfest stage.
To everybody. Yeah, I know that kid is only 5 years old, but give him some champagne too.
Yeah, right.
It would be insanity. It would be pure insanity.
See, okay, so now everybody's thinking, or at least some of the criticism I was getting on videos were now I'm too bullish on like pack sales. But I don't know what it showed me was that there is an appetite. Sorry, not an appetite, but there's money, right? If and when it becomes available. So I just don't know, I don't know what this looks like from here on out. And actually what we can do is take a quick look at
look at all of the things that have constant sales, right? Let's do 2 things. Look at nodes, right? Because that's an indicator of where the community is going long term, right? And then the packs, right? So between now and yesterday, we sold 11,000 more packs, right? So, how many hours is that?
That's kind of in line though, I would say. Because we're doing maybe like 10,000 a day. Like 10,000 a day is still going to take a long time.
I like doing hours because we saw the change happen in hours, right? So we're doing about 1,000 packs per hour, maybe 500 packs per hour, right? You can do the math and see how long it's going to take, and it's going to accelerate over time. As DEC goes down, it's going to be more and more likely that people will buy packs, and the airdrop is done soon.
Yeah, I agree with that. I've actually been buying a lot more packs lately because all the DEC that I have, like, it just makes more sense to buy packs with it. So, and especially because I was hyped on like the Grandmaster Rath. Right. And so I don't know that I'm going to like necessarily buy in with external capital and then top up, but it's like everything that I'm getting right now, why not just spend it on packs and then open those, especially now that Grandmaster Rath is out.
Okay. So let me just look at something real quick. So I just maxed out Rath.
Okay.
Right? So the value right now is $262. Let me look at the value of the only other legendary we have is Quicks. So what's Quicks worth? Right, Quicks. 190. So, man, I got to tell you, maxing out a Quicks or maxing out a Rath, I mean, it's a good time to buy your summoners right now, regardless of what they are.
Yeah. I will need to go at least get one more so that I can max out for gold.
Let's take a look at Kelia. See what she's doing right now.
Maxed out.
Yeah.
So Icy Flow saying it'll go back to 30 plus. Yeah, I think so too. So I need to go and buy. We're going to create a run on the market right now.
Right. So Kelia right now, $250. So that either that tells you how good Kelia is.
Oh, yeah.
Or, or Rath, still untried, right? It may jump up, right?
it just feels so much easier to max out legendary summoners because it's only 11 BCX.
Yep.
Rather than having to buy like 115 copies of a card. It just seems outrageous to me.
Yeah, now my only regret, and it wouldn't even be a regret, right? If it drops down to $20 or 15, which I don't anticipate, I mean, not right now, right? But maybe in a month or two, it might, it might be low. It will look at all of the Raths and be like, oh my God, I should have just waited. But to be honest, I'm going to be able to get value now. You're going to be able to get value now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Every game you win with it will generate some reward shares. It'll generate, more wins, higher ranking. I mean, all those things are important.
Yeah, interesting. So Chad is busy sleeping. Sorry, I don't know his sleep schedule or making plushes. Did any?
That would be weird if you did.
I mean, I can't comment on it because I don't know.
Yeah.
You're part of the team, but can't get any of them on. You know what? I've never tried, and I don't know why. I mean,
you can only ask, man. But
well, it's like I don't think I've ever wanted to. It's more interesting to me to like chat with you and like the builders of like the external community.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, sure.
I mean, you always ask. I mean,
yeah.
The key is, I mean, you're really want to get them on Team Phoenix, and I'm very fearful of the questions you'll super afraid. But
well, I mean, yeah. Well, so the thing is, if I do like most of the time when I do any kind of like having anybody on, it's not a live stream just because I don't want to be distracted while I'm having a conversation. I feel like I have a lot of questions and I want them to feel comfortable answering. So, for all the things that I've done in the past, people are like, is it going to be a live stream? I'm like, no, unless you really, really want it to. And if we were to do like a round 2, then I think that'd be great. And so I was talking with the Archmage person about it because I was like, I just want you to be able to like explain and talk through like the vision, right? Like uninterrupted outside of me just asking some questions here and there. And then if we do something as like a round 2, people can like follow up and bring their questions. So, because I did the same thing with you, Darkestnyte, and then you're just like, let's make it a live stream, and all of a sudden here we are, a couple months later doing esports.
Crazy. Actually, you know what? Since you just reminded me about what Archmage was doing, let's check to see what's going on with my alt account. So give me a second.
Yeah. So Team Phoenix, yeah, I don't know. I don't really care to have anybody from the team on. I mean, not that I don't like them. It's just it's more interesting for me to like do stuff with you guys and like have the builders. I think Bulldog, I think Dwayne's had him on. I think Ganks, like I think they all do like great interviews with the team, and I think that's good for the community. I don't need to copy them or do what they're doing. We'll just have our own fun here. And sorry, go ahead.
I got to tell you that Archmage bot is impressive.
Yeah, how's it doing right now?
I'm up 500 ranking points. So altogether, while we were hanging out for 2 hours, went up 150 points. So that's good. And again, trash cards. So
it's pretty good. I gotta say, I was impressed with it too. So I may have to go and grab one, but there's none for sale right now. I hope to see some sort of special event in the Splinterfest with a new card.
I would say, yeah, I would think so too. And I think even Yaba alluded to something special at Splinterfest.
Okay. Amaya, are you coming to Splinterfest? Ooh, Tales from the Cryptmaster just got back. Cryptmancer just got back from Vegas this morning. Can't confirm it's not cheap. Post-COVID equals 400 plus weekend room rates.
That's what they say.
Yeah. Ew, that sucks. I just want to go there and like have fun. All right, hold up. Let me see. I'm totally lost on where we were at. I feel like after the airdrop, they run out of reasons not to give SPS the utility. Yeah, I don't get it. I feel like if they just given it utility throughout the airdrop, that would have given the price a nice bumper. It just would have given people a reason to buy it.
So let's talk about that real quick, because you and I spent a long time talking about this yesterday with the Archmage token.
Mm-hmm.
That if you look at the price and the demand for it, it's through the roof, right? One, people don't want to sell it, right? You get immediate utility out of it. And there is, there's a hunger there for utility on tokens. And so, like, if you look at the tokens we have in Splinterlands, they could easily generate more utility for it. Again, we've given great ideas, right? Staking SPS to make your ECR regenerate faster. See no reason why not to do that, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, I love to play, but I'm curtailed in playing because I have to wait for my ECR to regenerate. But I'm proven I'm not I wasn't a bot. So I think that the utility should be there for all of those tokens. And again, I'm just perplexed. And again, I can't presume to know what their tokenomics are and the things that they have for the future. And again, like last year when they, added DC to, the airdrop points, right? That was probably a mistake, right? And I'm sure that they don't want to make similar mistakes like that again.
Sure.
But still, there should be some sort of utility for all these tokens we have.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's what's so frustrating, I think, is the fact that they talk and have been talking about potential utilities for it since its launch, right? Or since even like Chaos Legion came out. And yet here we are like 6-7 months later, and then nothing has been implemented. And again, I know that it takes a while for them to make some back-end changes, and now we are in a good spot where the whole like fire hose metaphor, where we're getting updates regularly, and I think that's great. It's just I feel as though you lost a lot of people. You lost a lot of people, and a lot of people felt burned because of the fact that nothing was done since like January of this year.
Yeah.
And so I'm one of those people where I'm obviously like invested in here, both not even just financially. Like I have a channel, we're doing esports around it. It's like fun for me. I've built like a community and made some friends. So it's like it's more than just an investment for me, right? But for people who are treating it as just an investment, this is one of the worst investments you could have made this year, right? If you bought it at $1 and this thing is down 95%, that's terrible. And then you see that the team is like working on some things, and while it's exciting from a player standpoint, it has nothing to do with the investment side of it. And like this is the frustration. People think that I'm like bearish or like anti-hopium, and it's just like, well, because I'm a player, I enjoy what's happening. But like the investor side, I've completely left on the bench. Like I don't talk to him anymore, because if I do talk to him, I'm just going to get mad about the game. Yeah. So it's like, you stay over there. We're going to play and have some fun.
Right. My feeling about the community, whenever I hear stuff like this, I always think of that song in my head, I Want It Now. Mm-hmm. I want it now. I want the whole world. That's us, right? That's us. We want it right now. Oh. Let's go. But the problem with implementing something super quick is you have a lot of bugs. And if there's one thing I can say with Splinterlands, I'm confident that we don't have to deal with a lot of bugs. Rarely. I don't think ever. I don't think we've ever had a bug.
I feel like the servers have been doing great for all of 2022, right? And so ever since the launch of Chaos Legion, if you guys were here last year, it seemed as though the game was going down like every other day.
That was a mess. But yeah, I mean, it's been super stable. Game experience has been fantastic. So, I mean, there's not really a lot to complain about, right? But again, we want the stuff, right? We live this every day. And when you spend, 8 hours, 9 hours a day working on something or doing something, you want to see some sort of reward. And ironically, we got that. We got a rewards, update. And at the end of the day, we still want more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think it's human nature, and I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll get through it. Like, I don't think crypto's dead, and so it's just a matter of can Splinterlands survive. And out of all of the projects out there, Splinterlands is like near the top of my list as a project that has the infrastructure, has the team, and has the player base to survive.
Yep. And the vision, right? They have a long
and the vision, exactly.
Yeah. And so I feel like I'm a commercial for Splinterlands. I'm not.
I feel like I'm a paid shill for. Oh wait, I am. Whoops.
I just like it. I just like the game. And again, we spend a lot of time off camera talking about it, right? So
yeah, we do. All right. So Rob wants to see a modern bronze tourney. That's because I'm sorry, man. Rob, I feel you, but bronze is too boring for me. So silver is like probably the minimum that we go. So hopefully the next one, I'll give you some time to like rank cards and make it worth your while. Look how long it took for people to have electric cars. Crypto will be fine in the end.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Bitcoin went to 22K, then below 21K. What happened? Is it just a bull trap? Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's at 20,680 right. That's one of the things I was checking while we were talking. But yeah, I mean, we're just up and down. I mean, this is the volatility of the crypto market.
I still don't think we're out of the woods yet. I mean, I know the Celsius paid off their loan, and that's great, but the other shoe waiting to drop that I'm hearing now is real estate with the rising interest rates. So I feel like if that starts to really tank certain things, like I don't think I wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin go sub 20K again. I don't think we're going to go down to like 10K or 13K as you're thinking, right? I think there's really strong buy pressure at the old all-time high, which is like 20K, 19K, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I feel like if there's massive moves in the market, it'll follow, but it'll get eaten up. But I don't think we're going to see 30,000 Bitcoin for a while. Now, granted, I could be wrong, and maybe everybody decides that they want to get out of the US dollar or whatever fiat currency they have and going to Bitcoin. But I don't see that happening right away. I see it happening in the long run, but not right away.
Yeah, so here's what I think, right? If it pumps up, it'll do what almost always happens, right? There are people that have felt like they've gotten burned, and that whole emotional process of seeing your investment, go down by 90%, when you feel you could take a profit or even break even, you'll dump it. Yeah, you'll totally dump it because from an emotional perspective, you just want to get out, right? You just like, I can't deal with this anymore. And you feel like you've been given a second chance, right? So I think that has to shake out, right? And then the hardcore, hodlers, they're gonna, just ride it right back up in a couple of years. Like, again, I never bought crypto that I was going to be a trader. I think we've talked about this, right? 10 years from now is when I think that, all of this will have shaken out, and we'll be using it as a currency. We'll be using it as a form of commerce. Same as the internet, right? The internet had its starts and stops as well, right? And now it's a fundamental part of what we do, part of our lives.
Yeah. Nope, I agree. Oh, it looks like there's $1.52 summoners. That's got to be my favorite, right? General Sloan.
Yeah, probably.
$1.55. Oh, what do I do? If only I had unlimited money. Inflation needs to peak before any bull market starts again. Capital markets and crypto. Chuny, I agree with you. I'm hoping that when we get our inflation numbers this month, actually this week, I think is when we're going to get June inflation numbers. I hope we show something lower. Corporations are trying to wring us out for every penny they can before the economy goes down the drain.
Well, it's no different than any other time.
I mean, they're trying to shake all the weak hands from Bitcoin right now.
Absolutely.
Is there no bull run this year on crypto? Nope, I don't think so.
Like, when would it happen? Right, we're in July now. So if regulation comes out, but I don't think there's any runway for that right now, right? So I would say if it was going to happen at any point, again, I'm not a financial advisor, I'd say maybe January, February at the soonest. I'm
speaking from pure ignorance here, but it almost feels as like the conversations for regulation are happening now, but I don't think they're going to do it until after the election.
Right. I would have thought they would have done it last year, right?
Same.
It should have been last year, but they missed the opportunity, and so I think they're going to do it. They want to make sure they get it right. I'm hoping they want to get it right, so we'll see.
Yeah. You should stream more. Jacqueline's going to support you. Jacqueline is great, guys. Yes. Don't give her a hard time. Her and Stock Jockey have been very supportive of the channel. Stock Jockey, I don't know if you're still here, but you're awesome. We've sold 11K packs since we passed 9 million already. Yeah, I don't think that's that much. But
well, so do the math, right? So if we sell, let's say 500 packs an hour, how many hours would it take?
500 times 24. Okay, so we sell 12,000 packs a day.
Yeah.
6 million divided by 12,000. It's gonna be 500 days of summer.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. To me, it felt like a lot, right? But I guess not.
Well, it does. Well, no, 12K doesn't feel like much, but again, just the fact that we went from 8.9 to 9 million very fast. So to me, that just says, okay, well, what's going to be our run right now between now and like 9.9 million? And then my big question is, and I know I've asked you this in the past, but like when when does the FOMO hit? Like for just packs in general, some people don't think it's going to be until we hit like 14 million packs.
I think, yeah, I think about that.
Like I'm on the fence here, thinking that once we hit 80%, like 12 million, I think people will start to feel the itch.
Right. So I'll just tell you what happened to me. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So remember we talked about Kitty, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I first saw Kitty, I was like, this is trash. But again, purely because of the artwork, right? And
yeah.
You know, and I just wasn't. I already had an excellent dragon card, so the allure wasn't there. I didn't have time to see how it impacted the meta at all, like zero.
Yeah.
Like it came out, and like 2 weeks later, Untamed was sold out.
Yep.
It was it, gone, poof. And then all of a sudden, the big meta, the speed meta kicked off. You know, healing. True Strike. I didn't even think True Strike was good, right? I didn't think any of it was good, right? I was like, I have my cards, I'm good. But then I started getting beat relentlessly by these cards, and I was like, oh my goodness, what did I do? I think the same thing's gonna happen.
Well, if the same thing happens with the Dragon Summoner here, you can bet that the prices won't dip in like a bear market the same way.
Yeah, then I don't think there'll be time.
Congratulations, Spikeoon, for getting 19 gold chest dailies. Woo-hoo. Well done, 2 packs. If I stream anymore, I'm gonna need a sleep cam. Nope. You guys don't want to see me sleeping.
Yeah.
I think the daily that would just be weird. I think the daily reward chests are helping the CL pack numbers.
I think so.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think like again, there's buzz around everything, right? So I think everything kind of feeds off of itself.
People are saying I can monetize with a sleep cam.
Please don't.
I got in fair few. Okay, so let's see. Kelly and Water, amazing. Gotta go. See you later, Frank. Sorry, no, we're still catching up on comments from a while back. With weekly town halls, we get a lot of the team. Yeah, see, I feel like the team's not gonna come on to like my show and answer questions any differently than what they would like, so.
Yeah, that would be high risk, right? Like, why would you do that when you already have a controlled environment?
The thing is, if I was going to get people from the team, it would not be anybody that shows up on the town halls. Like, I would love to get all of like the kind of behind the scenes unsung workers. Like, I want to get someone on from like the lore team and just be like, hey, tell us more about like a long-term vision. Like, how does it come? Like, that to me is interesting, right? And like, I love Nate. And Nate's got the long-term vision, but it's cool to like get into the weeds with the people like doing all the things. Nate's the mastermind behind creative. And I talked to Nate enough, and he's on the town halls, but it'd be cool to like shed a spotlight on some of the other people in there, because what ends up happening is these people get an introduction on the town halls and everybody's just like, we don't want to hear this. Like, we don't want to hear them. Tell us what's going on with the game. But I think that's interesting, and I would love to create a space for it.
Like, for example, I would love to know why the artist did Rath the way she did, right? Or he or she did, right? Mm-hmm. Why? Like, what is the significance of the green circle, right? Why is it green? Why not blue? Why? I mean, again, why is he wearing armor but he has a cloak over him? Now, I read the lore, and I get it. The lore is great, right? But why did they choose those artistic choices? I'd love to know that.
Yeah, that would be interesting. It'll make the show more interesting. Love people like Darkestnyte, but it adds a new dynamic. Do you fear chatter? Do I fear chatter? No.
Fear the chatter.
I'm not scared of chatter. I think chatter seems like a fun guy to hang out with.
Like he's busy, man. Let him figure it out.
Darkestnyte looks. Oh, they were talking about, I guess, your bots. Oh. Why don't you try at least? I can ask him. We'll see. But here's the thing. So if he comes on the show, it's not going to be a live stream. I've already said I'm not going to do a live stream. Like, I'm not going to throw somebody into the fire like that. Because I will tell you, I've seen it in my comment section. There are a lot of angry people here. So,
but here's the thing, man. But what are people angry about? I mean, I haven't really been able to process that. Like, what is there really to be angry
about? I mean, the lack of progression with development, I would say. I mean, I'm definitely frustrated too, but I don't know. I'm still having fun. So there's a huge difference.
I would say, again, the speed of development. We've talked about this before, right?
Uh-huh.
You don't want to rush development. You introduce one bad bug, one security risk, the game is toast.
True.
Absolutely toast. Imagine logging into your account and finding that because they implemented something quickly, that your account has been cleared out. And now they
Park
have
your
to do
cars,
a
guys.
fork, right? Now they have to do a fork and all these different things. I mean, you don't want any of that.
Yeah, I would rather they take the cautious approach, but I don't think it's even been a cautious approach. I think they've just been getting people onboarded. I really think that the way Matt was explaining it is that it was just him. It was like a one-man show or like a two-man show with him and Cryptomancer, and I think everything was written in like Matt speak only, right?
Yeah.
And again, I don't understand coding, but that's what I gathered from it. And now it's like being rewritten. Like this whole tech modernization it's being rewritten in a language where you can pick up somebody out of any coding school, drop them in, and they know exactly their way around.
So what you're now describing, so think about this, is, and I associate developers like artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like artists that paint pictures. So imagine starting to paint a picture, and then handing it off to someone and say, "Hey, go ahead and finish that." It would be near impossible, right? And that's exactly what the expectation is, right? I would think that Yaba has to finish the projects he's on, right? Maybe he can toss, a few over to other people, but the major things he's going to have to finish, and then the new stuff will be given to the developers that they onboard. And then that's their creation, right? And again, they're going to have to do integration and all those things. And those are all very lengthy projects. Just the QA
Mm-hmm.
alone on having a team of developers is a very lengthy process.
Yeah, no, I agree. So after airdrops, buying nodes for my SPS feasible? I don't know. I can't answer that one for you. I don't like looking at nodes as an investment because I think there's too many unknowns there. The only reason I bought a node is because I FOMO'd into it. I didn't want to miss out on any potential benefits they give to node owners because my issue with what the team did was giving or taking away utility from SPS, which should already had very limited utility, and giving it to nodes. So I felt like I had to diversify my risk there. How low will DEC, SPS, chaos, and vouchers go? Dude, I have no idea. I mean, again, see, even with like SPS seemed to find a floor at like 4.5 cents or 4.6, 4.7 cents. Again, this all depends on what happens with Bitcoin, which all depends on what happens with the inflation numbers, with real estate, with the rest of the general market. So I think what I like about the situation is that SPS can decouple from the rest of the market. It's just the team hasn't given it a reason to. It hasn't given it like the utility to. So
Again, I'm going to bring it back to the Archmage token, right? There's real utility there, and the price just keeps going up, and no one wants to part with the token.
And it's scarce, and nobody got it for free.
Yeah, nobody wants to give it up.
Here, this is going to be.
That's all it comes down to, right?
And I'm not trying to poop on this token, but I just want to see where it's at. Where is it? The PKM token.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this token is kind of holding steady at like 1 cent, right? But this is something that, again, they're building out utility for it, but everybody's getting it for free, essentially. It's just being airdropped to you. And this is the problem with getting stuff airdropped, especially while it's like in a high dilution phase. Like with the Archmage token, that wasn't airdrop. That wasn't given to anyone. You want it, you got to go buy it. And then you got to spend more than the person next to you to get it, right? So it's to your point, Darkestnyte, it's a completely different look at like utility, right? They gave people a reason to buy it because it's bringing a fantastic service.
Yep. So so I think bring up land, right? Look up Splinter Lands of the lands plots, right? So same thing. There isn't any utility for it now, but there's still a fixed supply. And no more is coming onto the market, right? So there we go, right? So $141. That is 90% loss over where it was at its high, right? It was at $1,500 at one point. So the reality is, this is another example of that. When it does have utility, it'll pump like crazy. Even a common land might have so much utility that everyone's going to want it. Yeah. Again, no, not financial advice, right? It's just an example of a token with utility versus one that doesn't. So if we want to get investors, Right now, I think they focused on players, right? But if they
Mhm.
want to get investors to come back, they've got to do that. They've got to add utility. And again, we already know it's coming, right? By the end of this year, they say Q3. I'm going to say Q4, right? By sometime in Q4, lands will have value. Well, guess what? That's only 3 months away, right? 3 months.
It's very limited value, but
Yeah.
sure, I agree.
Yep.
I don't think anything's going to happen with land this year, but I think people are just going to see what they have, but they can't do anything with it.
Cool.
So Harris is saying, I can imagine the frustration of heavy investors. He has seen his land value go way up and down, and the frustrating part is still not functional. I get it, man. You see the frustration I have for Modern and Wild, right? And that was a 7-month delay from when they told us it was going to come out. If I had been buying land back then yeah, I'd be just as frustrated. Which to me, even though I dislike it so much, and I've publicly went against it, but the fact that they pulled up rewards for nodes shows that they're learning, right? And being like, okay, well, even if this stuff isn't functional yet, we need to find a way for people to like be okay with the fact that they spent money on this. So in that way, it's showing that the team is like growing and developing from here to be like, okay, well, we need to reward people in one way or another. The thing is, if I bought land and I bought it before the beginning of the airdrop, then I would have gotten all that free SPS the entire time. So I wouldn't be too salty about it. But then again, that's just the way that I would look at it. I would still be frustrated that I can't play with it. So sold a cart for $17. I got 27 done. I bought packs.
Yeah.
Cool. Good idea. Again, Ahmed, it really just depends on what you want to do. Well, things are going down because of BTC tanking and the lack of marketing effort by Chatter. In fact, I don't think anything in the game is going down because either of those two. I think everything in the game is going down because of the market supply chain issues post-COVID. And that's tanking BTC, what's tanking the rest of the market.
I mean, the reality is, what do you think is more important to people right now, right? When you look at the price of gas, right? To fill up your gas tank,
my goodness, yeah.
$100 for some people. You think they're going to buy a Splinterlands asset? No. They got to get to work, right? So they've got to buy food, which is 4 times as much as it was last year. There are too many things for people to buy outside of Splinterlands assets. That part has to get fixed first.
Yep. Unless you're Darkestnyte, then you're like, I'm gonna skip dinner today and max out my Grandmaster Rath on stream.
I will. Yes. But my kids are gone, right? So my kids are gone.
I'm just giving you a hard time. Dude, we did a whole tournament giveaway today, Phoenix Rising.
Oh, we sure didn't give stuff away.
I'm gonna send out the packs after this. Gank sub 100x. Don't cry for him. Don't cry for anybody. Everybody's got their own thing. Time to get gold summoners under $15.
No,
what?
Never happened. No way. Never happened.
Wait, he's saying, isn't he saying they're under $15 right now?
A gold foil or just a gold level?
Stock Jockey, you still here? Thank you for the pack. All right, is that a giveaway? Let me know. A gold foil summoner.
No way.
Oh my God, 13 for General Sloan.
Holy Tarsa.
And Tarsa. Those things were holding.
So here's the deal: if it can go to 15, it can go to 10.
Bring on the Bears. Let's go.
Yeah, but it's only. Yeah, wow. But still,
that's surprising. I did. Again, I never look in the gold foil section because it's out of my budget.
That is crazy. Golden times for asset accumulation. I've been here before.
It's for real. Wow, that's crazy.
There'll be a time when you'll want to play with a gold summoner, right? That's one of the reasons why I play with Waka so much, right? Mm-hmm. Because of the bonus that he gives.
Yeah, for sure. Chatter must be choking right now.
Nah.
Is that a thing?
I have faith in all of the team. Like aggro doesn't strike me as someone that just keeps people around just because, right? Like I think, they do leadership reporting in just like most companies do. They have to give a report on what they're doing, and if it doesn't make sense, then that's what someone like aggro but that's what they do, right? They take corrective action. And like I said, we kind of know what Chatter's doing, but there are other things that we shouldn't have access to, right? I mean, especially marketing, right? You don't want to, announce your marketing efforts early because your competitors might take advantage of that. So.
Gotcha. Cool. Let's see here. So thoughts on Drake of Arnak when I rented Dragon Summoners for Diamond?
Yeah, it's a great card.
It's good. I mean, I'm never gonna buy one. I'll just rent it. Gank sold lots of cards before the crash. Smart move. So you gotta know how to time the tops. If only I knew how to time the tops better. Yep. So no cheap money anymore. Interest is high, and we don't have stimulus money. Yes, agreed. There's
all of that. Yep.
They essentially tanked everything last November when they decided to start raising interest rates. So,
but here's the thing, right? They should have done that a year ago, like sooner, right? What they avoided doing it because they wanted to keep asset prices high.
Mm-hmm.
Right? No one wants to tank an economy, but either you rip the Band-Aid off or you kick the can down the road, and it's way worse, right? We're gonna have to just take our medicine.
Agreed. All right. Team Phoenix Rising, I'm going to give you a homework assignment. If you really want Chatter to be on, tell him to reach out to me, and I will drop whatever I'm doing to have him on.
Yep.
You convince him, and we'll see if it works.
But not live stream. I'll be his bodyguard.
Oh, okay. Here's the thing, though, and this is open to everybody, not just Team Phoenix Rising, but I also love to get your thoughts on this too. What are we going to talk about? What is it that everybody wants to know? Because I'll tell you what I want to know. Right. Yeah. And I don't think it's going to be what Team Phoenix Rising is looking for and what other people are looking for. Yeah. Like I don't care about the nitty gritty details on what our CPMs are and how much is, cost per click and different things like that. Like I'm curious where Chatter as like the marketing, and I don't know if we have a branding team, but I would assume marketing, branding kind of similarly related. I'd be curious, like big picture, like what's the vision for this and how do you get Splinterlands to penetrate culture, right? Because spending $5 million on Google ads will get you somewhere, but going viral with one video on TikTok will get you so much further, right? So when it comes to like, how do you penetrate culture? How do you view where Splinterlands can stand from an IP perspective, intellectual property perspective? And that's near and dear to me, right? Because I'm working on that on the creative side, or a part of that, I should say. So that's the question that I want to know. That's the conversation that I'm going to have. It's not going to be like, why are, I know we're in a bear market, but I'm still going to ask you the question, why is nobody signing up for a game where they have to pay, $1,000 to even play? Like, oh wait, I can answer that question myself. Right.
Yeah. So what I would want to know, first, Imagine Dragons. Let's talk about that. Right. Like, so I know we have the 30-second spot, but can we double down on that, right? I mean, again, it's a perfect group. Like the music is perfect for kind of the environment. I think they have a wide appeal. We did the Waka thing, right? But again, the appeal across our player base wasn't actually, it was I think it was the opposite of what they intended, right? And then in terms of his fan base, I don't think there was an adoption there, right? I think that those two environments are totally different, right? And I find that the Splinterlands player base is very protective of the perception of the game, extremely protective. So they just don't want anybody to come into it, right? Just even to bring new players, right?
Yeah.
They want to bring players that can participate and be part of the community. Exactly. And again, that's why we have the conversation with the bots, right? Because the perception is that they take away from the community and not add to it. But now we're finding a way for automated playing to participate in the community. And I think there's wide adoption there, right? People are changing their mind around this. So that's what I would ask Chatter, right? Is tell us about some of the things that you're working through now. Imagine Dragons. Tell us about a concert where you saw it. I want to know about that, right? I haven't seen any videos from somebody at an Imagine Dragons concert saying, "Hey, look what I see." Right? I don't even know what the schedule is. Right?
Agreed. Yeah.
So heck, you could. I don't know, have an NFT and get a discount to one of their concerts. That would be great.
That'd be
right?
pretty cool.
And
Nope.
then people would start posting that. That would go viral, right? But again, it's the thing is, I mean, to our sponsors back,
I
Team
took care of it.
Phoenix Rising. I get it, right? Like you want to know what's going on, and you want to have a sense that the right things are happening. I think we have that for other aspects of the game, right? The development cycle. We have a roadmap, right? Perhaps what we need is a marketing roadmap, right? Something similar to that to say, hey, here's what we're planning on doing as much as you can, right? Again, we don't want to be impacted by corporate espionage, do we?
No.
But I mean, you don't want to telegraph your punches with marketing. Like you just don't.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's so many different rabbit holes we can go down. But the thing is, what interests me is it's not going to be what everybody wants to hear. And here's the thing: this channel shouldn't be where people hear that. It should be on the town hall updates, right? So I think
I agree.
Harris is saying like you should ask him, and I'm curious. And here's the thing, because I will admit this to you, or give you this, Team Phoenix Rising, is a lot of questions that I want answers to on the town hall get brushed over. So I'm not saying that you haven't asked or that you haven't tried to ask, but there's definitely been times when I'm just like, I want a better answer than that, or I don't want a punt to next week. You know what I mean? I think this is something that like people really want to know and dig into. So hopefully, you know, if we keep pressing them on the town halls, that's the format in which it should be discussed.
Remember, I think it was maybe 3 months ago, you and I talked about the town halls, and I had a very specific opinion. Remember that?
Mhm.
Where I said, if I were them, I wouldn't do town halls at all, like zero. And because the risk is so great, because you set expectations with people that I mean, it's normal for development cycles to get pushed out. That's completely normal.
Yeah.
Right. But when you have a player base that you want to empower with information, it's a double-edged sword. Right. And but I changed my mind based on how they've been able to deliver. So, if you can stay somewhat on schedule, I think they're good. But remember, at first, I mean, I was appalled. I was like, from a corporate perspective, I was like, no way.
Why would you be doing this like every week? Yeah.
No
I mean,
way.
you especially in like a bear market where everything's
No
down,
way.
like you're just literally hanging yourself up to be a piñata.
Right. But they have more faith in their player base than I did. Right. And again, I've been around for almost 2 years,
Mhm.
and I understand why they did it. I don't know that I would have had the courage to do it.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, Drake and I really like hearing from different people and what they do. I do too, but many people don't, and that's fair because town halls were rebranded. So a year ago, they used to be AMAs, which is literally they would get on for 2 hours and people can ask them questions. Now the problem is, and I'm not saying this is a problem because I enjoy the format of it, but for many people who want to ask questions, now they only get to ask questions for 30 minutes, right? Instead of the full 2 hours, and the other hour and a half might be filled with things that are cool, like other people coming through and talking about it, but it's not what people want to necessarily hear. Not what everybody wants to hear.
It's funny because when I hear some of those questions, especially when Yaba's on, and I shake my head. I'm going, man, how are you going to answer that? Like, that's crazy. Like, that's a crazy question to have someone ask you. And you can almost hear his frustration where he goes, you're going to ask me this again for the 10th, 20th, 30th time?
Yeah.
I've already answered this question. Right. But again, it's in a public format. It's, live. And this is what they signed up for. Right. Again, I don't know that I would have the courage to do that.
Well, I appreciate the fact that they're still doing it every week. Again, the transparency still means something to me, but I agree that they've kind of shot themselves in the foot several times by just being a little too open with, or maybe a little too optimistic about delivery dates.
Sure.
Right. And I think one of the things that is very, very one of the things that I can see now being a little bit behind the curtain is the fact that there's a lot of like silo effect that still happens with any major like corporation or like growing company. And it's just the fact that like, hey, development comes in and says, hey, we delivered by our deadline, here we go. And then creative's like, okay, yeah, that's cool. But like,
Yes.
Now we start our work, right? Or vice versa, right? It's just like, okay, you guys are done. Now we start our work, but you just said in the town hall that you guys are done and people are waiting for this to come out type of thing.
It's that handoff we just talked about, right? Hey,
Mhm.
you now, okay, go ahead and finish this. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like I wasn't there for the, when you guys were first talking about this. But I will say, so Team Phoenix Rising, you keep mentioning the plushies. I did order both of them.
You did?
I most
Well, I
certainly
guess
did.
you do own a kitty and a Yoden,
I
so
do. Yep. Now, will I keep them? Probably not. But I mean, I'm sure I'll give them away to somebody. But um, if they put it out there, I'm going to buy it.
I did. All right, State of Survival saying still don't see us selling so many packs that we finish by the end of the year. We have 6 million left, not 7 million.
Mhm.
But I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, I mean, it's hit, but it's again, put that comment back up. Like
Sure,
that's
sorry.
the thing, right? Will it be an epic finish or an epic fail? We have no idea, and we'll be, sitting at the edge of our seats until the end of the year, trying to figure out which one is which. And if we get close, is it really going to be an epic fail? If there are 500,000 packs left in January, is anyone really going to be pissed? I don't think so.
The thing that got me with this is just how quickly it escalated, right? And that's why my whole video was like, well, that escalated quickly. But I think that to me made me realize that there's a lot of unknowns, right? Because I was the one sitting here saying that, yeah, we're not going to sell out until probably like next year sometime because I don't see the money coming in from anywhere. Yeah. Or I see the money sitting on the sidelines. And for this legendary summoner, like the money got off the sidelines. So the fact that happened, whether it was big money or little money, just says to me that I don't know what I'm talking about, and I try to be very clear about that on here.
Let me paint a picture for you. So, because as I'm looking at all of these cards that you have on the screen, life, and again, we can kind of argue it, right? But life is probably the least popular splinter of all of them. Could you get behind that?
Yep.
Okay. So, if this is what happened for the life summoner, what would you say is the most popular splitter? I'd say dragons. We're going to end with that one. But next, I think, is what? Fire? Is it fire?
Yeah.
Okay, so fire's next. We know that's going to be a hot one. Pun intended. So that's going to be a hot one. Imagine when water comes.
Yep.
Right? That's going to be crazy. Earth, that's going to be crazy. Death, of course, is going to be crazy. Right? So we've gotten the least popular one out of the way. The most sought after summoners are now on the way. It can only
get better from here.
Only hype up.
Yeah. I'm not so angry, but I want the development of my land. Again, that's fair. I mean, I 100% understand the frustration in the community when it comes to like the delays, because I'm right there with you. I'm just trying to like understand from their perspective, and hopefully, like I said, the last straw for me is this airdrop, because if we get the end of the airdrop and like all the stuff that they've been talking about that they want to implement after the airdrop, like if this stuff isn't going to come in until like October, November, and then maybe the goalpost will shift, right? Maybe like there's a big focus on Splinterfest. I don't know, but I'm hoping that we get a lot of stuff. And I think I've already been convinced of the fact that I think we're going to get a lot of stuff due to the fact that we got rank rewards. We're getting modern and wild. We're seeing updates come in very quickly, right? That the rank rewards updates within 1 month was awesome for me to see, because they implemented those and then they talked about what they're working on. I'm just like, okay, well, if they're already talking about it and they can implement stuff within a month, I wouldn't be surprised to see this by August, right? So that's where I'm at. I won't say anything negative against the team. I actually think that I'm quite critical about the team, even though they're technically my coworkers. But I mean, I won't say negative things about people because I just don't want to say negative things about people. I don't know what their reality is, and I don't know what kind of challenges that chatter faces. So for me to sit here and criticize them, I think is a little ignorant of me. So I'm never going to do that. But again, I would love to have a conversation with him.
Yeah, and I would say the community here has been nothing but awesome. So I'm pretty sure no one would be disrespectful. So that would actually surprise me, actually.
Marketing's bad. I never see anything about Splinterlands. Yep. Moving the goalposts at times for investors can be frustrating. Agreed. Should stick with white papers. Gameplay is good though. Like, okay, so one of the things. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Darkestnyte.
I would say so. That's an interesting thing, right? So and again, we talked about affinity before, and not the Magic the Gathering deck,
Yeah.
but an affinity towards a certain behavior or a certain activity, right? Because we have an affinity for this game, we expect it to be everywhere, right? The last thing you want to do as a marketing event is put out some big blast or try to get a bunch of people in. And one, the game is not completely ready. That's the first thing, right? So we're still developing land, we're still doing modern and wild. You really want all that to be done, right?
Mhm.
So when the new people come in, they see a very polished product, right? We, as who people have been playing for years, we still have frustrations about things that we think should be in the game. Imagine how a new player is going to feel when they come in and say, "Oh, what do you mean land is a year away or whatever? What do you mean modern, or what is this modern and wild thing?" Right?
Yeah.
Those are all things that can make people quit prematurely and then go play something else. And you don't want that. And again, you spent a couple of $1,000,000 on marketing, and 90% of those people are now gone. That is, it's great getting people, but retention is the thing that's the most important. And if you look at the things that they're working on, all of those things are not for the new people. They're to retain us. And I
Mhm.
would prefer to let them get that done before bringing a whole bunch of new people in. And we
Yeah.
know it's coming, so we can invest in cheaper assets. I'm good with that.
Yeah, again, I mean, it's fun to be able to play with something while you're waiting this out. The one thing that I'll say, and I'm not the only one to say this. I feel like I've heard it several places before too. Is like I don't I don't particularly care for the blanket excuse of like we're in a bear market,
Yeah.
because I have seen other projects but they've gone through like the mooning, like the pump and dump cycle, right? So, but we saw DFK do that in January, which was like kind of like we were already in the start of the bear market, and then Steppen did the same thing in March, which I would say that we were kind of in not the depths of the bear market, but it definitely wasn't like good times. So, there's a lot that goes into it, and you can buck the trend. But the problem is, I don't think that Splinterlands was in a position to do so because of the dilution of SPS and because they didn't have the certain things ready. They were still working on the development side.
Yeah, and again, the excuse of being in a bear market, what they should be doing is just tempering expectations, right? Doesn't
Yeah.
have to change them, but you have to bring them down to reality at that point. And again, if you're wrong, right, fantastic. You just doubled your money or tripled your money or
Yeah.
10x your money, right? Fantastic. And you didn't expect to do so, right? So I just think little temperance is in order.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right, we're approaching 3 hours, so I'm gonna rip through some of these, and then we
Wrap
can
it
give
up.
some final thoughts. Because Gathering the Magic's talking about homemade ribs, and I'm ready to eat. So
Me too, actually.
let's do it. So we're choosing to bring the gambling aspect to the game. We'll bring more players in. Okay, so quick thought on this is I don't think the current, and this is to go along with icy flows too. The game isn't ready for the masses. I don't think the game in its current format. I don't think this game is what the masses will play. So I think the Splinterlands ecosystem is going to try to grow to become something bigger. But look at how many people play Magic the Gathering versus how many people play Candy Crush, right? I think if they can implement and introduce other games like the casino style thing, like an arcade game style thing, where people will be able to play and you won't need this crazy investment. You don't need to understand the strategy. That will grow the ecosystem and the universe or the Splinterverse, and that's what's going to get everything ready for mass adoption.
I
But not everybody plays MTG, so not everybody's going to play this version of Splinterlands.
Right. And you can look at that by looking at Friday Night Magic, right? That those stores aren't packed, and it's generally the same people over and over and over
Yeah.
again. Very few new players come to Friday Night Magic. At least that's been my experience.
Mm-hmm. Harris is saying gambling is so dangerous. I agree, and I hope that they're going to be thoughtful about this, because I think there's got to be some gambling laws they're going to need to navigate around.
Look at
So,
that. That's a funny comment. The second part there was hilarious because I can see that.
oh,
Yeah, please give me a Pelacor Conjurer.
buy a Tesla. I mean, that's just good advice in general. Are you a Tesla fan?
Neutral.
Neutral. All right, Darkestnyte's Kids Column Fund is looking pretty vulnerable right now.
My kids are gone. Oh yeah, they're gone, man. So doing their own thing.
We need to. Okay, so Stock Chucky sent the pack, so we can open it and give out cards via the wheel. All right, we'll do that to close things out. Good show. Thanks, Alex. Whoops. Sorry to our sponsors. Didn't mean to click on that one.
Hey, sponsor.
Hey, how far behind are we on the chat? Real question is, are there really new players? I don't think so. I think if they're coming in the single digits or dozens, not by the hundreds like they were.
But here's the thing, right? For every 100, people that come in to dabble, there are maybe 10% of those might stick around. Again, I have no info to back this up.
Mm-hmm.
But at one point, I was a new player. You were a new player, and you stuck around, and you saw something that you liked in it. You had tons of other options, but you stuck around, and then you became a content creator for it, right?
Yeah.
Most of the people in our comment section, they are the same people. Every now and then, you'll see some new ones, and you point them out because you know who the new ones are. Right. So that's a big deal. I think that means a very loyal client base.
I agree. And Spikeoon, I think to what you're saying here about, marketing to sports and music fans isn't going to stick. That's why. Okay. If I'm going to put my thinking cap on here, and again, I don't know any of this, but it just makes me feel like they can't really go ham on the marketing stuff until they have a game that's approachable for everybody. And that's why this arcade thing is interesting, but it also feels like, or at least Hardpoint has said it's like a side project for him. So I don't know what other things they have coming down the line, right? That would be like the mass adoption style of gaming that they could do.
So, I'll say this, right? The interesting thing and another opportunity I think that they missed with Waka, I'm going to bring it to that, right? They have this cross-platform implementation where you can send it over to Wax. And they have this, basically, a Snapchat filter. The funny part is I would love to see avatars, like maybe 3D avatars based on some of the cards. Right, that would be super cool. Matter of fact, on Twitter, I have the Archmage Arius as my avatar there, and I would love to have some version of that is licensed by the company that either is a representation for a card that I already own that I could throw out there, and I would be recognizable to anyone else that was in the community.
Yeah, you're one of the few that has it. Maybe they're waiting until Land is out or Kitty rotates out of Modern.
It should never rotate out. Ever.
Any chance 3D figures will be released? I'm sure at some point. When will cell phone app be improved? I have no idea, but I'm hoping this year. I think.
Yabba said it would be soon. In fact, he said, I think you have to go back through the town halls. He specifically said that it was done, it was in QA, and it'll be a couple of weeks, not months.
What happens if I star this comment? Because I think this is the comment of the. I won't trust the team until they bring utility. I swear to God, if they bring utility to plushies before they bring utility to SPS, I quit.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Burn packs. Life is my second favorite. Interesting.
Yeah.
Are you staking your plushies? I'd rather land take forever than rush it. I agree. The app should be highest priority, but they're very clear that it is not. They're very clear that the web-based game is what they want to go for, and that the cell phone app or mobile app is always going to be secondary to that.
I think that so me personally, I think that's a mistake.
And that's fair. I mean, because I think a good, I don't know if it's a majority, but I would say a good chunk of the community highly disagrees with that. So maybe they can speak to it more, but I agree that like if you don't have a good mobile app experience, then you're not going to get people who want to like hop in for a game or two here and there.
So two things, right? I don't see. I mean, you're tying people to a computer at a desk, right? And I don't know if you know Gold Matters, right? Like he posts all those things.
Oh, he's great.
Awesome.
So great.
He's all over the place. He's outside. And I would say that's exactly how I want to play Splinterlands, right? I want to play it when I'm at a restaurant, right? I'm waiting for my food, or I'm having a conversation with my buddies, and I'm out on the deck, right? I don't want to be tied to a computer all the time.
I agree. I'm a little envious of I hope I get to meet Goldmanners because it seems like he lives such an interesting life. Like he's always like at the beach or like out somewhere doing something awesome. So
And I
I
laugh
love his content.
yeah, his humor is like bang on, right? And
Yeah.
I just laugh. I think I saw one yesterday where he says, "How I feel when I lose a game of Splinterlands," and he's burying a gold. I was like, dude, I feel your pain.
It's like you don't belong here.
Yes.
I think what Rath taught us is that even though this game's player base is pretty small, we are dedicating Gobble of 100K packs. Yeah. I mean, unless you believe in the conspiracy theory that someone came in and bought it all. Definitely app has been ignored way too long.
Yeah.
I agree. The game isn't ready for mass marketing campaign. Cool.
And we want it to be, right? That's part of the frustration is we want it to be ready.
Exactly.
So that we can start marketing. So what Chatter needs to do, or I suspect he doesn't need to do it, but he should just be getting ready with the ideas, right? He should be going to the community and getting ideas and really listening and start to build those programs that really utilizes some of the best of those ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's time, and he'll know and everyone will know now, and then they go and do all the things, right? What he could be doing now is, and I would recommend, is to do a little, marketing analysis of the player base, why people stay in the game for so long, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if they know that, right? Why did we stay when 100,000 people left? Right? That they really need to understand that.
Yeah. I have a question for you, if you can remember.
Yeah.
How many times did you see an ad for Splinterlands before you clicked on one?
One.
Okay. You're one for one.
That's not I ever thought.
But I would say that for a significant amount of people, they need some impressions first, right? So part of me looks at this and says, okay, well, you're marketing in a bear market. And so people will see the name and start to recognize it over time. And maybe when things start to pick up, right? It's not now, but all of the ad dollars that you're spending now will be as soon as the market starts to pick up and Dogecoin starts, Elon starts tweeting about Dogecoin again. People can be like, hey, what was that game I kept seeing? Let me check it now because I want to get back into crypto. And then boom, they type in Splinterlands and there you go.
But here's the thing, right? The marketing for Splinterlands has been done for me over the last 30 years, right? I knew what it was when I saw it, right? Because I played Magic the Gathering. I played Hearthstone, right? I played tons of card games, Star Trek, Star Wars, you name it, I played it, right? Yeah. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is just another one of those things that I played. The difference for this one was that I owned the assets. That was the big attraction here during a bull market, right? So, I mean, it was a perfect storm of seeing that ad in Brave, clicking on it, and then playing the game for 6 months before I even met anyone in the community.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I started this game over other NFT games because I could play it on my phone. All right, well, I mean, compared to some other games, it definitely has. Yeah. All right, we are doing a giveaway. We're gonna wrap this up.
You're our taskmaster.
I'm almost caught up on the chat. So Tails is saying new spellbooks purchase is flat. Yeah. Potential for this game is unlimited, but I agree that they need to have a mass appeal game for Moonshot Move. Need to fix. I fundamentally believe, and I haven't really thought this through, but I'm going to give it to you raw. I fundamentally believe that Splinterlands, this game currently, is not what's going to like make me rich. The reason I'm so bullish and like heavily invested on certain things is because I can't wait to see what happens when they partner with like a Billboard chart artist through their Warner Music thing. And because I own assets in the game, I maybe get airdrop some things, right? And then I will probably go through and sell some of that and buy myself some lunch. But the point is that there's a lot of other areas where I feel like they're doing a good job penetrating culture without the game itself. But the Splinterlands brand, I think, could really get in somewhere. And to me, whether it's like the Warner Music thing, whether it's whatever sports thing they're doing, or if it ends up being this arcade game that they're talking about that brings the masses in, and each of, let's say to play a game of like whatever, you need to, it's like an arcade style where you need to deposit an SPS. Well, just imagine like, I don't know, 20 million people that want to play this Candy Crush style game, like coming in and buying SPS so that they can play. Like that's the kind of thing to me that I think is going to make it go to Moonshot, to Tails' point.
So you play Rising Star. Like, you've told me before, it's not really a game, right? But why do you play it every day?
Because it feels like free money.
Well, there you go.
And there's a sense of progression that I actually don't get in. There's a sense of progression that I don't get in Splinterlands at the moment. So
You mean like when you hit champion every season?
yeah, and then I have to spend the whole next season doing the same
Well,
thing.
there we go. So there's a potential change, right?
Yeah.
But I think, but to be honest, what can fix that would be the achievements, right? That we've said coming soon for 2 years, right?
True. Yeah.
Imagine if you got an achievement every time you hit champion or whatever.
I think champ points aren't leaned heavily into, but then again, I think champ is really unattainable for anybody that doesn't have the older cards right now. So modern format should fix that a little bit.
Okay, giveaway. Let's do it.
Let's go. All right.
Oh, Justin asked a question. We'll come back to that, Justin.
Here, why don't you? Oh, okay. So I have enough potions. We're gonna open up this pack and we're gonna give away its contents unless.
Let's go legendary. Let's go gold foil legendary.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to give away gold foil legendary. Guys, I think the stream is breaking up. I'm sorry. Come on, better than a basic pack. Oh, we got a basic pack. Hopefully, we got some gold foils in here. So we have Goblin Psychic. Come on.
Ooh, that's
well, Murdali Guardian's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start to give.
Wow.
Let's start to give these away, shall we?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna totally lose out on wherever we were in the chat. But here, why don't you answer Justin's question while I get the wheel ready? And everybody, I see people already typing in, so thank you for doing that.
So my expectation for that is we have Jotun right now, right? And I think the expectation is that each of these cards will have a significant impact on how the game is played, right? If you look at the price of Jotun, it's out of most people's range. You know, sometimes you can rent it, but I think it's going to be significant, right? If you look at Wraith, wow, what is it today? Is it Wraith or Rath? What
you pick. I'll go with whatever.
We're going to use Wraith today.
How about Rathy, like Kathy?
You know what? Rathy. Let's do it. Rathy. So if you look at Rathy, if you don't have Chancius, right, and you don't have any of the previous cards, Peak Rider, or any of those, if you have Rathy, you're not missing out on anything. In fact, you're going to be super competitive, right? So, and we saw that the winner of the championship today used it more than any other card, I think. So I think the Fire Summoner is going to be the same, right? What abilities will it have? That's going to be hard. We know it probably won't have Blast, right? It might have +1 life, but I doubt it. It's not going to have +1 range, right? Because we already have those. So what else would you do, right? It's not going to have +1 melee because you have Tarso with that. So what abilities could you give it that would make it impactful? That's really going to be the question. Will it have maybe +2 to range? That might be good. But without the Blast, what are you really left with? Right? Blast is one of the most powerful abilities.
One of the things
what would make it awesome?
One of the things I kept considering is, the head-to-head between Jotun and its potential modern contemporary. But I never really looked at that between Rath and Chancius.
If I had to guess, I would say it'll have Reflection Shield. Mm-hmm. Right? That might be an option there, right? Because I would have thought that would have been on Rathy's card, right? But it wasn't, right? I remember I said that in a previous stream, right? So now would it be a direct counter to Jotun? Yeah. Maybe. If you don't have one, you can use the other.
Yep. All right.
Did he just win that? No.
No. So here, hold up.
So that's right. So I think it's going to be an epic card. I think just like Rath is, I think it's going to be an amazing card. I think they're all going to be amazing cards.
All right. So everybody who added or Did I get everybody? Yellow 169. Yeah, okay. I got everybody who is listed as a participant. I got you added in here. So we're gonna spin this 5 times, and sorry guys, just for time's sake, I'm just gonna go down the row here. So whoever gets first will get the Murdali Guardian. And Drew, congratulations. Woo-hoo. All right, go ahead and like confirm that IGN for me when you can. I'm gonna go and do this on the other
The Rift
computer.
Summoner says Astral plus 1 magic and blast. What's Astral?
Oh, is that a new ability?
Maybe. So he's expecting 1 magic and 1 blast. I don't think you're going to see blast again, like ever, right? Not on a card. I think it'll be something else. Maybe immunity, right? That would be a good one to have on a summoner, right? Every card gets immunity. Mm-hmm. That would be fantastic. Actually, that would be a little overpowered, I think.
All right, Anubis 85. It is on its way to you now. All right, so next up is the Flying Squid. Ooh, one of my favorites, actually.
Yep.
And that is going to Spike. Oh,
whoa!
Oh, just barely. Spike-Coon. Let me know what your IGN is. And I will send it over to you right now. I think, is it SP? Oh, is it Spike Sam? Is that the same one? Ashley went grocery shopping and came back in the street. Yeah, Ashley, we have no lives, so this is all we do.
Yeah, it's Sunday. This is what
it's Sunday. We're just chilling.
Either I would be playing a video game
or talking about one, right?
Or talking about one. So like, there we go.
All right, so this one is going to be for the Carrion Shade. Ooh, I don't know about. I wouldn't say that's my favorite, but it is a free card for Clevin. Congratulations, Clevin. All right, Clevin, what's your IGN again? Just gonna give these out, and if you see any other comments in there that you want to respond to, feel free to.
Ooh, so for Fire Summoner, +1 health, stun, and retaliate. That's too OP. I would say ditch the stun, but retaliate, because it would only apply to the melee, right? It wouldn't apply to any other creature, right? So it wouldn't apply to range, and it wouldn't apply to magic, right? So I think that would be solid.
Yeah. All right. This is for Goblin Psychic. This is a good one.
I like that one. One of my first ones that I enjoyed.
PG. Is this a good consolation prize? PG, are you Mondroid? Please confirm your IGN for me, por favor. Where is it? There it is.
Yeah, I think it's a Mondroid.
I don't know if there were like any numbers associated with it.
So people say it's still live. Damn.
I know. It's been how are you feeling, Darkestnyte? Did we go too long today?
Well, we did a whole tournament.
We did a whole tournament, and then we stayed up for like another 2 hours.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much normal for us.
That's pretty much normal. You know, the thing is like, and the thing is, I feel like the time just flies.
It does, which is because I'm glad there's a clock up there. I would be like, oh, it's been 3 hours already? Oh,
I would totally lose track of time. Yeah. All right. So I believe it's Target 2, right? Is that your IGN? Target, please confirm. Congratulations on winning. All right. The question is, are you guys having fun streaming? If yes, it's not too long. Yeah. I mean, I always have a good time. I have a good time chatting with you guys. I have a good time chatting with Darkestnyte. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all we got. Were there any other questions? I feel like there's some that we might have missed. Will I perform next tournament? No, probably not. The game is not beginner friendly. Hold up, I just want to see. Think about Bitcoin. It's 21 million. All right. Sorry if we missed your question, but we will.
Yeah, next time. We catch you next time.
We'll catch you next time. So I'll be back live on Tuesday. I don't know if Darkestnyte will be able to join me. I know the week is usually busy for him, but this was a good time.
Yeah, I agree. And actually, by Tuesday, shouldn't it be the end of season? Let's see. Oh, it's Wednesday. That'll be Wednesday.
Oh,
no,
is it?
No,
okay.
No, wait, maybe. So tomorrow will be it'll be Wednesday.
All right, so we're gonna get end of season Wednesday and then Modern and Wild Thursday, guys. This is gonna be an exciting week. I am very much looking forward to it. After Sound. Well, I just called you After Sound. I mean Darkestnyte. All right, it's time for me to end the stream.
Got it too long now. That's been good. You guys are always excellent to hang out with. And all I'm going to do is fix lunch and then jump right back in front of my computer. So if I had an app on my phone, I could then leave the house. That would be nice.
Yep, that would be something there. But so what are you gonna be playing this afternoon? Give us a little bit of a preview.
I might do a little bit more Dune, or you know what? I might even catch up. A buddy of mine recommended I watch R on Netflix. RRR.
I've been hearing about that as well.
Yes, and so they said it's absolutely crazy, and so I might just grab a beer and just relax.
If you watch it, let me know, because then I'll watch it too. Then we can talk about it. Also, guys, I totally forgot. Make sure you thank Stock Jockey for the giveaway today. So that was a pack donated by Stock Jockey. So just wanted to make sure we give a shout out to Stock Jockey for the generosity that he has for the stream. And then I will go ahead and send out the packs to all the winners right after this as well.
One last question. So to Yellow, it is a new game, a Dune Spice War. It just came out on Steam. It's good.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining the tournament, and thanks for hanging out with us during and after the tournament. If you guys like this kind of esports thing, this was, well, let us know. I mean, I know you have already, but this is something Darkestnyte and I were excited to trial out for today, and I feel like it went pretty well.
Yeah, I liked it. It was good.
So hopefully we'll have a chance to do it again soon. All right, guys, take care.